So where in the rules are you looking up that whole sword repair thing?
It's under tech use.
You have a page for it?
It is 117. The only thing I guess we'd have to defer to you on is the modifier that I would get.
Which page is it on?
117.
117.
118 in the PDF.
Yeah, 117 in the book. Sorry.
I would say +10 for each weapon. A +10 for Douglas and a +10 for Cube.
What's going on?
I want him to repair my chainsword, if you would not mind, Silas.
Okay.
What if I don't want him to repair mine?
Well, then that's up to you,
about
you
that?
fucking asshole.
Oh.
Language.
Stupid looking dinosaur.
So yeah. Are we starting?
Yeah, just waiting for a roll from Teeps.
That's what I was thinking. Teeps, roll for tech use.
Oh, we're doing that now. Sorry. I thought we were going to do that when we started.
I mean, we basically started. There's not like a starter's pistol or anything. We're just
We need an intro.
Was
that the
Perfect.
intro?
Yeah. Alright.
That's
Right.
music.
You realize
else?
you have to do that every time on Dag, right?
So he repairs my chainsword?
Taking it back to what is it? Normal
Common.
quality. Common quality.
Could I have Titus ask Silas to repair mine as well?
Yes.
Silas?
I mean, that's up to you.
That's what I had to answer.
Silas, could you repair my chainsword? Thank you.
It's repaired.
I appreciate it, buddy.
Easy day.
Gear Boy, was it? Gearman?
Cogboy.
God boy.
God damn it.
Kremlin, if I rolled like a perfect die roll, would it just... What would happen? Would it just become like the best weapon ever?
Turns into a
if you
power
roll
fist.
enough degrees of success, I might say that you pick it up an extra quality or something.
You just turn into
or
a dreadnought.
Yeah. A Baneblade.
Baneblade. Alright. I got some new psychic powers, boys.
Raw. Alright, so where we ended last time, you guys had asked the captain to take you down to the planet and drop you off, and he told you would do so, but that he has to leave and won't return for another week to pick you up. Do you guys want to do anything specific on the way down to the planet other than repairing swords and whatnot?
I'd like to heal.
That is Rebels doing, and I believe said would take 4 days?
It's a several day process, I think.
Now, how many,
Yep.
oh, crap, where's your thing?
Critical wounds.
Yeah, how many of those will he lose per day? Like, is it just at the end it's completely gone, or he loses 2 every
It
day? Or?
depends on how the roll works out. I gotta go back to where healing was in the document, because I don't remember.
On page 110 on the PDF, there's special uses for Medicae.
Yeah, extended care, I think that was the one that you
Yeah.
have to do.
Gotta
be-
heal him up.
109 in the book.
You? I was sitting there looking through the page trying to find it.
Are you talking critical damage?
Yes.
It's on 244. 245 in the PDF.
Extended care. The Medicae skill can be used to perform extended care, treating a number of patients equal to an acolyte's intelligence bonus plus 1 patient per assistant the acolyte has on hand. For each patient beyond this mother... Okay, that doesn't matter. For each assistant trained in the Medicae skill assisting in the process, he gains a plus 10 on these tests. At the end of each 24-hour period of extended care, the primary healer must perform an ordinary plus 10 Medicae test. If he succeeds, his patients remove twice the normal amount of damage normally recovered by their natural rates of healing, removing critical damage first. On top of this, each patient removes 1 point of damage per degree of success the healer scores on his test, and 1 additional point of damage per consecutive day of extended care they have received beyond their first 24-hour period. If he fails, none of his patients improve beyond their natural rate of healing. Further, he must choose a number of patients under his care equal to his degrees of failure, starting with the most gravely injured. Each of these patients must make a challenging plus 0 toughness test to suffer 1 point of damage per degree of failure, not reduced by armor or toughness. If this results in any critical damage, the patient dies.
Oh, jeez.
So
I guess the question is it, would you rather just do natural?
he's got... I think you gotta, like, heal him up, dude.
Yeah. You
Oh,
should
do
go
you?
for healing.
You could also... what's your intelligence modifier? Like, what's your bonus? Like, could you heal all 3 of us? Because I got a little bit of damage. I wouldn't mind being healed as well.
I think just regular healing works different than extended care, right?
Yeah.
Because he has critical damage, so you'd have to look up
Okay,
how
that's
that
true.
works.
Yep.
Yeah, I've got 8 critical damage and then 11 wounds.
My intelligence modifier is 3.
Okay, so you could do all 3 of us at once if you had to.
Yeah.
What's the
Hell yeah.
natural healing modifier?
What page you say critical damage on, Teeps?
245 in the PDF.
Page 244. I want to play...
Also, 233 in the PDF has a little bit more about injury.
So, it would take 8 days for him to naturally recover if he succeeded in every roll.
A lightly damaged character removes 1 point of damage per day through natural healing. So how many days is it going to take us to get down to the planet?
Like an hour.
Only like 2 hours, yeah, like an hour or 2.
Oh, okay. Well, let's do that first, and then maybe can get a place on the planet to deal with this.
Alright, well, if I get seen by an enemy, I'm dead. I'm gonna gibbed.
Alright, so let's go... Is everyone good?
Wait, can we
Think-
try to...
think
Can I
I'm good.
requisition some ammo for my shotgun?
I think you tried that last time. They don't have any ammo.
Yeah, there's no ammo for
I'm gonna requisition some rations. Just like
Okay.
a bunch of rations. So like
Right.
10 rations each for each of us.
Due to the requisition made by Davros before, you can go ahead and take rations for free from the ship.
That's what. Yeah. Okay. So everyone, feel free to add as many rations as you want.
Is there a carry limit on this, or?
I don't think rations have weight. Let's say a ration weighs 0.1. Just to
0.1.
limit taking bajillion rations.
Okay.
Okay.
And then
So
we'll also,
how about we just have a within reason rule? you know?
Okay, that's fine. I'm perfectly fine with that.
How much would you say is within reason?
I would say like 10.
Yeah, I don't see any time you would ever carry more than 10 days worth of rations.
Alright, I'll carry 10 days worth of ration.
Like, maybe if you were going out into the middle of nowhere for like a month, then we could modify it and be like, this would be within reason then.
Well, we should also theoretically be able to find food.
Yeah,
in the
basically anywhere.
wilderness, too. So.
I don't think any of us have survival trained.
Well, maybe one of us should.
Maybe I will get it trained eventually, but eventually. Come on. Alright. So, anyone else want to do anything?
I think I'm good.
Alright.
Second.
I feel like I should put this 300 XP into something.
Yeah, you should
No.
probably do that.
I don't know what I want though.
Alright, so, as you're descending towards the planet, you notice that one of your prisoners, captured last session, the one from the engine room, that had been depressurized, has since died. However, your other prisoner has not, and comes to consciousness.
I almost forgot about them. Alright, I want to interrogate this guy. I want to ask him, like, what his crew were doing and, like, what they brought onto the ship and what their plans were.
As soon as you start asking him questions, he just spits at you with no other response.
Alright, can I use my interrogation skill to, like torture him a little bit?
Yeah, so,
Just a little bit.
supposed to be willpower then. Interrogation willpower?
Yeah.
Torture him. What are you gonna do to him?
I'm gonna start by, just sending him weird images in his mind of pain and, like, things happening to him, like his finger. Like, can I do that as a psyker? Can I, like...
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I
Yeah.
can do that. That's
Yeah,
great.
I'm gonna fucking, like, send him images of his eyes just, like, melting
Being
out of its
scooped out.
sockets and his fucking fingernails just being torn out. Shit like that.
Okay. So you're not gonna actually do it to him, you're just going to...
I'm gonna make him think it's happening. Or, like, send him images of it. Whatever I can do.
Is that intimidate or is that interrogation?
Interrogation he's using.
I can't assist with that. Sorry, Douglas.
It's okay. I've
I'm not
got
sure
it
really
trained.
how anyone would actually assist in this anyway, since he's doing it.
Yeah, I'm doing it in his mind space.
Did you roll it yet?
What?
Did you roll it yet?
You didn't tell me the modifier. Is it just normal?
Oh, what is your psychic level?
My psi rating is 2.
Give yourself a plus 10.
Okay. Oh, I almost put in plus 10 again. Okay, it didn't work.
So that is 2 degrees of failure.
Can I try again?
Hang on.
He's gonna take over my mind. Somehow.
Don't worry, I don't think you critically failed, so...
No, it wasn't a critical fail. Go ahead and give me a D100 roll, will you?
Oh my god, is his skull gonna actually melt? $89.
So, as you try to use your psychic powers to manipulate his mind, It instead begins to alter your own. And you take on... might want to write part of this down. You take on a cannibalistic urge.
Oh, God.
Blood and marrow become as wine and bread to this character, and normal food no longer sates the hunger of his soul. Once per game session, he can remove 1d5 damage by consuming human flesh. Each time he does so, he gains 1 corruption point.
Okay, maybe it wasn't a good idea to, try to fuck with this guy's mind.
Fucking heretic.
Hey, no one knows that.
Yeah, no one knows this but Dagus.
I don't have to eat human flesh, though, right? Like, I just have the urge.
Normal food no longer sates your hunger.
What? So I have to eat human flesh?
Yes.
Oh, God. Okay, well,
Now,
It's gonna be
notice it is
challenging.
once per game session you can remove 1d5 damage by consuming.
yeah, but I'm gonna gain 1 corruption point every time I have to eat. Oh, God. Well, this is great.
You're probably going to end up being perpetually hungry and only eating
Wait.
once every couple of days or something, I would
Would
assume.
like a rabbit count as flesh?
No, human flesh.
Oh, human flesh.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's human flesh.
Alright,
Blood and marrow.
I
becomes
guess
wine
I'm
and
just
bread.
going to try to interrogate him normally through actually hurting him.
Okay, and I would say the rest of you all... Actually, can I get a perception check from the other 3 characters, please?
I'm gonna say that I'm like lying down somewhere.
Okay,
Trying to
that's
catch my
fine.
breath.
Who all is with Douglas right now?
I am.
Interrogation.
I am.
Okay, can I get a perception check from the 2 of you, please?
We didn't. I just rolled.
Yep.
Alright, Dilla, since this isn't really mechanical in nature, you don't notice anything different, but...
Nor would I care.
Davros, you do notice that Dell's attempts are taking a toll on him, and are affecting him in some way, though you can't tell how.
But he rolled a 63 and his target was 27. How did he know?
Oh, I'm sorry, I read it the other way. I read it the other way.
I was like, what?
Neither of you noticed anything.
Okay, so, yeah, I'm gonna actually hurt him this time with my physical being rather than my brain space.
Alright. I guess interrogation is only willpower and fellowship, so I suppose take either you would rather use for
Okay,
interrogation.
and is this just a normal 0?
Yeah, we'll just go normal 0. And what are you going to do to him physically?
Oh, well, forget about it. I was gonna actually, like, start beating on him. But that doesn't
Alright.
do shit.
You're you're still suffering from the effects of the,
So how come, like, what... I need to know this. What triggered me rolling that? Is it just
Your
because I
fa-
used
your
my
failure.
psychic powers?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, God.
Psychic
Okay,
powers are no joke. man.
I'm gonna ask if anyone wants to question this scum, and I'm going
Yes.
to take this engineer and flush the bodies out the airlock. Just you guys question him. I'll
hold on.
take this body and throw it out the airlock. Okay?
Douglas, I'll say one other thing too. You, like, though you had to roll that, you did roll especially bad. An 89 is not good. Like, lower numbers would have been much better.
Okay. So I'm gonna take this body to the airlock and flush out. Okay?
Well, can I borrow your chainsword? For a second?
Okay, but let me just chop this body up really quickly to make it easier to carry, okay? So I'm gonna quickly, cut the body into pieces and take it to the airlock, and
I'm not there, so I can't say anything.
Jesus
and
Christ.
then I hand my chainsword over to Davros, and as when I'm in the airlock, I'll be ripping parts of the flesh and replacing my ration packs, like the contents, with the human flesh.
Okay.
So can
Are
I?
you- what are you going to do with the contents of the ration packs?
I'm going to flush them out of the airlock with the remainders of the body that I'm not taking with me.
Okay.
So
All
can
right.
I just change my rations to human flesh?
Yeah. Go ahead and take a little bit of time. Go to the airlock and go do that. Davros, what are you going to do here now?
Yeah, I'm going to open my medic kit and take out a tourniquet, and I will place it on his right arm.
Okay.
And then I'm going to take the chainsword and start sawing at his fingers.
Now, are you asking him any questions while doing this, or are you just doing it?
Before I actually start doing it, I'm going to say, Titus, do you have any... Wait, not Titus, Silas, do you have any questions for him?
I just stare at him with a blank face.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to ask him what he knows.
So as you begin to come closer to his hand with the chainsword, he screams at you to stop and says that he'll tell you what you want to know. So my question to you is, do you stop?
I look at him and I smile and I hold the blade right above his finger. And I wait until Dell comes back.
Okay, I'm back, I guess.
So you wait quite a while, I assume, since he's ripping apart bodies.
Well, he already did that, didn't he?
Yeah, and
Well,
I flushed it out the airlock. Don't forget that. There's nothing
Well,
left.
right. You flushed them out the airlock.
Wait, are there cameras in the airlocks?
There's cameras in the cargo bays, yeah.
In the airlocks, though.
Yes.
Oops.
Oh,
We don't
fuck.
have... Well,
Alright, well, I'm back there.
Right.
I tell Dell that our captor is willing to talk now. I got
Okay.
some sense into it.
Well, I asked him what I was asking him about, what his plans were for the station and what they were doing there and, all that jazz.
Right. He tells you that they visit battlefields or abandoned planets and take bodies and sell them for experimentation to anyone who may want them and can pay a high enough price. And he tells you that they sold one body to a man in the penal station. And then he tells you that they thought it was dead, but it wasn't.
What was it?
He tells you it was some sort of alien, and that he doesn't know what it's called.
it was that
Some
fucking...
Xenos.
It was that, what do you call them? Not
It
Zerg.
was a Tyranid.
Yeah, Tyranid.
But he doesn't need to know that. That's not important. We don't need to fill him in. And also, you're not here.
Okay, I'll limp in there after hearing the screaming of the captive.
Okay, so I'll ask him, is there anyone else who was in his crew, or if he knows, what's that other guy? Silas, the guy who delivered it? I don't have his name. Do you remember his name?
Carl Quentin.
Yeah, does he remember Tarl Quentin?
He tells you that he doesn't know, he doesn't recognize the name, and that he doesn't work with customers. He just worked on the ship. But that the Xenos was ordered from someone on a different planet to be delivered.
What,
Did I ask him what he was looking for on this ship?
Just looking to steal food.
He says that that they returned to the penal station to recover the Xenos, but it wasn't there, and they thought that you had taken it.
Ah, I see. Okay. Well, anybody else got any questions for him?
No. I'm gonna shoot him in my face in the face with my last pistol.
That's all I was
gonna-
gonna do.
Take my tourniquet back, which probably kill him because I'm sure his blood clotted or whatever. Depending on how long it's been.
Okay, well I'm shooting him in the face with the last pistol. He's dead either way.
All right, so I'm going to say that the last pistol is what kills him in the face, and you just shoot him before he can say anything else.
Yeah. And then
Right.
I take his body down to the
I'd help you with that, Del. But,
airlocks
I'm moving.
and flush him out. And then as I do that, I'm going to look up at the cameras, and
Smile.
no, I'm just gonna look at the cameras, and I'm gonna walk back out.
So as you guys, you want to do any deliberation on anything he said, or just continue on?
You know, I don't think he really gave us any info that was really added anything.
Well, he said that it was still alive, or that it wasn't dead, so that's...
Yeah,
that's
so
gonna
it's
be an
somewhere.
issue. Where did he sell it to? That's the question.
He sold it
I
to the
assume he
penal
brought it down to
station.
the planet?
I don't.
Oh, right.
I don't think it's dead. It's probably floating around somewhere in space. So, you know, we should get a message out to the Imperial fleets to watch out for like a frozen Xenos corpse floating around in space, and just to
Well,
kill it.
Was it the thing that was responsible for like the shit that was going on in that penal station?
Probably.
Probably.
It's assumed
Because-
so.
Because that happened in this ship too, right?
No.
Yes.
Didn't it?
People
Yeah.
got killed.
Did it happen in this ship?
Yeah,
After-
it
Yeah,
happened
they
in
got
the,
killed,
you
but
up.
they didn't get fused with metal, did they?
Yes, they did.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So yeah, then it is on this ship.
It was, but they went down to the planet. Remember?
Yeah, so it's on the
That's-
Pharaoh world.
It's
Yeah.
gotta be on the planet then, right, guys?
Yeah.
I would imagine.
Did we scuttle the ship yet, or we're waiting for the fleet to,
They were doing it. They already did it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It has been handled.
Alright, so I think that's it then.
All right. So after about an hour or so of travel and descent downward, you land on the planet. And as you exit the airlock, as the ship drops you off, you notice that you're standing atop what is clearly an Imperial military building, but it is the only one in a sea of jungle surrounding you. Incredibly, incredibly dense jungle. And you notice as soon as you step down that the planet is unbearably hot, easily 140, 150 degrees Fahrenheit, and incredibly humid. After the ship drops you off, you're told to go inside the building, and that sleeping quarters have been set up for you to stay there. And the ship that drops you off leaves.
Okay, so I think the first thing we should do is get all our wounds, you know,
The medical area in the building?
yeah, taken care of.
No. This building is basically a warehouse.
Silas, do you have any wounds from the last battle? Or did you manage to stay unscathed?
I have 5.
I don't remember healing.
I have no critical damage though.
1 point of damage through day. Oh, okay. I guess if we're probably going to be here a few days while Titus heals up, so me and Silas can go ask around while Davros patches up Titus.
Okay.
Does that
Um,
sound good to you guys?
Could I requisition some ammo before I go and get healed up?
ammo for what kind of weapon?
For my shotgun.
There is
ammo
no
type would that be?
for your shotgun.
What
Ah.
does this
Alright.
warehouse kind of thing store anything?
Mostly food.
Of course.
What's the other part that's not mostly?
Some basic supplies for the guards
Like?
who are posted here. There are some weapons, las guns only.
Alright, can I requisition some ammo?
Me
for my
too.
las gun?
The las gun, sure. Go ahead and give me. Damn it. Yeah, go ahead. And
Or
give me
my
a-
hand cannon. Either one, I'll take either.
Go ahead and give me a requisition with a, let's say, plus 20. Very
Do I get
very-
a plus 30?
Yes.
I'd also like to requisition some las pistol clips.
God damn. It's gonna be another one of those days.
All right, Dell, you're able to quickly grab up 2 clips of ammunition. Unfortunately for Davros and Silas, they tell you they can't spare anymore.
I'm gonna hand a las pistol clip to Davros.
I thank him and I accept it.
Do you think it would be possible for me to try to requisition some carapace gauntlets? which are rare availability? Or would that not be available on this planet?
They would not be available here. No.
What about flat gauntlets, average?
Um. Stuff. Yeah. Go ahead and give me a requisition with a flat gauntlets with a +0.
With a what? +0? Oh.
Influence, right? Or fellowship? I always get them
Influence.
mixed up.
Influence!
Okay.
Influence! God damn it, Cube.
And the men who do
Shit.
man this warehouse are Imperial Guardsmen. But they are unwilling to give up their armor.
They know what happened with the helmet you got.
Can I find a flak helmet?
Yes. You can go ahead and try for a flak helmet.
Plus what?
0. I'm just gonna 0. 'Cause they are clearly wearing their Guardsman armor.
Do I get a +10 then?
Yeah.
Hey, I finally did something.
Okay. Also, the 2 ammunition clips that were requisitioned by Douglas were las gun, not las pistol.
Oh, well, I wanted to requisition Las pistol.
They only have las guns. 'cause
Okay, well then I'll just hand both of them to Davros.
I think him.
Can I have one, please?
Okay, well, I mean, that's up to Davros. I already gave it to him.
I'll
I
give you
forgot.
one.
Do you
Thank
have a
you.
las gun, Davros? Triple?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. 100 meter. Okay. All right. So what were you trying to requisition?
Flak helmet.
Black helmet. So you find one guardsman willing to give up his helmet to you.
Sweet.
Anybody else want to requisition anything else?
I feel like,
Can I requisition a helmet as well?
Yep. Go ahead. Give me with a -10.
Meh.
One was already requisitioned. No other guardsman is willing to surrender.
okay, I'd like to trade my low sticks around with the Imperial Guardsmen for any information on, like, contacts of people who are in, like, if there's anyone, you know, the guy who can get stuff, that guy, if there's anyone like that around.
The shady guy.
I got 10 low sticks, and I'm, you know, willing to trade them out. I assume these guys don't get a hold of them very often.
One guy agrees that in exchange for 2, he will tell you about the place, basically.
Alright, I'll give him 2.
Second. All right. So he'll just tell you basically that first that there's only 10 guardsmen down there in the whole warehouse at any given time, and that they actually cycle through with other units from a military station in orbit that is governed by Admiral Yukon Zahn, who is the planetary governor.
Okay.
As far as people who can
How do you spell that name? Sorry.
let's see. YUKONDZANN. Admiral.
Okay.
He says if you need supplies, you will have to go to the station where hundreds of guardsmen live and are
Okay.
posted.
I'm gonna ask him if there's been any suspicious behavior around the station, if anyone's gone missing or anything like that. Like around this warehouse.
He tells you that a ship that came and docked with the previous shift of workers was having some strange issues, and that there were some dead crewmen, but they haven't had any issues in the warehouse.
Well, I'm gonna tell him to make sure he sends a message to Yukon Zan to keep an eye out on his station for a deadly Xenos.
He tells you that he'll send word to his sergeant to send word up, and asks who you are, though, to to basically give a command to an admiral.
I tell him, do you really want to know?
I could.
He says that he fears his sergeant much more than he fears a stranger.
Can I tell him that I'm a member of the Adeptus Arbites or Arbites,
Sure, if you'd like to.
and ask him if that's enough for him? My name's Titus Cordo of the Adeptus Arbites or Arbites. God damn it.
He agrees to pass the word along.
Okay, I think Titus...
Let's just get to that goddamn station so I can lay down.
Okay.
You are given quarters here to lie down in, if you would like to stay in the warehouse.
Should we get to the other place though? Because I might have better, like that might actually have a healing station that could help.
No, because we gotta look on the planet before we go up to the military station.
Oh, it's up.
It might be on the station. It could be on the planet. We're gonna have to figure that out. I think we're gonna have to wait around here a few days while you heal. We'll get word back from the admiral if something weird's going on the station, and if there is, we'll go up there and we'll, fucking reenact Alien.
I thought it was like another base on the planet.
No, it's in space.
I was rating up on Medicae. Sorry.
So are you guys just going to rest then for a few days here?
Yeah, I'm gonna search around the warehouse for any places that are sort of solitary and like isolated from other people.
Okay. While you do that, do you have to make a test at the end of every day, Cube, for your hair?
I think I have to make a toughness test.
I think that's if he's not being medicide.
Yeah,
Like,
but
if he's being medicide, then, the medic does the
a
test.
plus 10 ordinary Medicae test for the primary healer who's healing me
Okay,
at
and then
the end of each 24-hour period.
if it succeeds, you gain 2.
If it succeeds, the patient
right?
removes twice the normal amount of damage, normally
two.
recovered by their natural healing rates.
And if he fails, what does that mean?
And if he fails, he chooses the person that's the most grievously injured. And nobody improves their healing rate, and he has to roll a test.
The patient
to
makes
not
a
die.
challenging toughness test. Or suffer 1 point of damage per degree of failure.
Yeah. And if it results in any critical damage, I die.
Okay. So as you, can I go ahead and get the Medicae tests from Davros then? At the end of the first day.
Alright, what was that?
Medicai.
Plus 10.
Plus 10?
Well, is there anyone who can help him with
Yeah.
that? Because he could get a plus 10 from an assistant.
I could have my servo skull assist.
Okay. It has the Medicae skill trained?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah,
20?
it counts as
Yep.
as a standard medikit.
I already have a standard medikit.
Yeah, in addition to the Medicae training.
I'm going to say it assists you. It hovers around and helps you with things you need
It
to know.
scans and goes beep
So
up, beep up, boop.
plus 20.
With stabbing Cube with needles and whatnot. Alright,
I-
so Cube you gain 2, then it should be.
So
Good
we're
job,
going to
Doc.
be there 4 days. So do I find any isolated places?
You searching around the warehouse don't find any isolated small places. It's a pretty simple building, not much in it. It's somewhat large, but only just filled with cargo containers.
Okay. Well, are there cameras in the cargo bays?
No, there are no cameras here.
Alright, well, I'm going to, every day when I'm... Okay, like, when I go to eat, I'm going to come down to a cargo bay and eat, like, secretively out of my human flesh rations.
Okay. You're all in one giant, cargo bay. The whole thing is one giant cargo bay.
Oh, okay.
But
Real-
it is divided out. You could, hide and walk around so no one will see you. It's very, very large. It's a big
Okay.
warehouse.
It also says, on top of this, each patient removes 1 point of damage per degree of success the healer scores on his test. And
Oh.
1 additional point of damage per consecutive day of extended care they have received beyond the first 1 day.
Okay. So, what is that? 4 or 5 degrees of success?
So that's 5 extra critical damage removed.
I guess so. Well,
This should go a
No,
lot
it'd be
faster.
It'd be 6 because it's 6 degrees of success, right?
it's 4.
2, 3.
6 to 2 is 4,
Oh,
plus
yeah,
an extra
okay.
1 for
I was-
success, so 5.
I can't count. Never mind.
Okay, Davros, can you do some basic Medicae on me and Silas to get our wounds back up?
That'd be first aid, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I've still
Are-
got 1 critical damage.
Are you both lightly damaged?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
lightly damaged.
Okay, so it's just a plus 10.
Well, add your medic kit too. If your medic kit gives you bonus.
I have to see what medikit does. Medikit. Whoops. Yeah, standard kit grants plus 10. So it would just be plus 10 then, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I failed on that second one.
So what happens?
What page is
Like, how much do I get healed by, and how much does Silas get fucked up by?
hold on.
Are you doing extended care or just
He's
first
just
aid?
first aid.
It doesn't say anything about failing. The first one is for you, Douglas, which was 3 degrees of success.
So I
So-
get 4 healing.
It's you heal an amount of damage from based on your intelligence bonus plus the degree of success.
So
Wait, hold
your
on.
intelligence plus your degrees of success. So
Yeah.
it'll be at least like 4. So I'm fully healed.
Okay, yeah. And I failed on the second one. I don't know what that means though. Doesn't look like it does anything. Oh, I can only use it once though. So if I fail, then I can't do it again. I guess.
Okay.
Now, can I just heal myself?
You could try.
A given individual can only be treated with first aid once every 24 hours.
Oh, so you gotta wait until tomorrow.
Does that mean, or can I still sleep it off? Or is this
Yeah,
that count
you'll
as
still sleep it off. You'll get 1 point for 24 hours, but
Okay.
you still have to sleep it off.
What if you devote the entire day? Like when would you have that start? Like literally first thing in the morning?
If you were to do an entire day, I guess it would start when you started.
Okay.
And we would basically just estimate, how long days
Okay.
or how long.
Could I rest the entire day if that's cool with the party?
I guess, yeah.
So
That's
far,
like-
I accelerate time a little bit. Like we've been here now for a while Davos was looking around and Cube was resting.
Okay.
You guys have been sitting there for quite a few hours.
So, yeah, I'm just gonna rest for the day.
I'm gonna ask around a little bit more while the day's still going. Like, what time is it, would you say?
Um, I, w- I would say it is still midday, and you guys have been here now for 20-something hours, and it has not gotten dark.
Okay, so I guess it's just like one of those planets. I'm gonna ask if there's any, like, native, peoples living on this planet. Just,
While you guys have been here, first the shift that was here when you first arrived has just recently left and been replaced with another shift, another 10 guardsmen. You're told that there are natives on the planet, though they are very spread out and can be very hostile.
okay, well, I'm gonna also ask, if there's any news of any strange going-ons from the station that they came from.
All the people you ask tell you they've heard nothing.
Okay, is there a native population that's sorta close to here?
No. All the natives live quite far from here, and usually people don't ever venture far from this supply point, and that during tide, the natives usually come to that supply point themselves because the jungle is too dangerous.
Is there anyone that could take us out there if we had to go out there? Or is there any vehicles that we could use?
There are no vehicles kept down on the planet, since none can make it through the forest. It's too dense. Or the jungle, rather.
Would we need, like, jungle exploring equipment, like maybe a giant sword or something to slash through, you know? That cliche.
You mean like a
Like
machete?
a chain sword?
Yeah, the machete or our chain swords.
It would probably be wise to have something to help you get through the jungle, yes.
How long did we have on this planet again? Wasn't it only like a week or something?
It was a week.
We can take longer than a week if we have to. We can get a different transport back.
Oh, you said you ate flesh, right, Douglas? Just talking out of character here.
I found a place to eat flesh. I don't
Did you add
know
the
if
corruption?
I don't know if we've eaten yet.
Oh, I thought you said you ate.
I said I
would
looked for a
say-
place to
I
eat
would
flesh.
say once over a 24-hour period, like everyone would go ahead and deduct a ration. But I would say for you now, you deduct a ration when you say you deduct a ration. So if you want to go a day without eating, I'm not going to assume you automatically have done it.
Okay.
'Cause
What's
it's a little different for you.
what's the negative for not eating in a day?
I gotta find fatigue now. Somebody can
And
search that.
I can't eat like normal rations just for nutrition.
No. This is it said they no longer sate your hunger, so I assume that means no.
Hmm.
Has anybody found the page on fatigue?
But Teeps, if you spend a whole day resting, then you remove an amount of damage equal to your toughness bonus.
Yep, I know. Fatigue is on page 233 in the PDF. Sorry, 234 on the PDF.
Yeah, I believe that after a day of not eating, you would gain 1 point of fatigue.
Okay. What does fatigue do?
You add your toughness bonus and willpower bonus together. If you go beneath that, you pass out.
Toughness bonus and willpower bonus. Okay. And the bonus is just the 10s, right?
Yes.
So if I go below 6 fatigue, and if I eat, does that restore all my fatigue, or no? Does that just restore 1 point, or...
I'm going to say restores all your fatigue.
Okay.
I would think it would. But now, one thing you also have to keep in mind, though, is if your fatigue goes down, a lot of times when you go into combat, a lot of effects give fatigue, so you're going to be at a much lower threshold in combat if you haven't been eating. So
Okay.
you could get knocked out or killed easier.
Alright. So I guess that's all we're doing for the day, guys?
Mm-hmm.
I guess
You
so.
guys just intend to chill for another day?
I guess on my free time I'm going to be looking around for any evidence of like sabotage in the place or any like sign of Xenos. I'm going to ask Silas to help me look and Titus when he's gotten back up.
All right. First, let's go ahead and deduct a ration from everybody, normal, and go ahead and do. There's one more test for Titus, I believe, to get him back up to.
Yeah, back to actual wounds. I have 1 critical damage left.
This place has food, right? Can we just eat the food here?
Yes.
Okay. So I don't need to actually use my rations.
Yeah.
Trying to where to put in my fatigue, but it's not really obvious.
It's under movement.
Yeah, but it won't let me put anything in there.
Oh, yeah,
Where it
you're
says
right.
threshold and current, you put it in current.
Oh, okay. Alright.
Um.
Oh,
So-
another
So
test.
then, can I get a scrutiny test from Dell and if anyone's assisting?
I've got scrutiny, but can I assist?
I'm
lying
sleeping.
down.
Yeah, I would say that you're not just like asleep the whole time you're here. You're just much more.
Alright, I'll assist then.
Alright, so plus 10. Do you want to do the test then? And I'll, because I'm going to get the negative 20. If you just do it, then you've got it trained. Or I guess I'll just do it and then you can do it after or something. Oh, well, I did it.
So, you notice, looking around and searching, that there is some weird liquid sort of smeared across the floor in one of the corners of the warehouse that leads out and into the jungle.
Fuck! Okay. Guys, we gotta go to the jungle.
There's fun and games.
Yeah. I'm going to ask who's got the highest influence or fellowship. I've got 28. Who's got higher than that?
I've got
I'm
32.
lower.
I've got 37.
Alright, Davros, I think I'm going to need to get you in contact with the sergeant or someone, and we're going to need to get some guardsmen to come out with us to hunt this thing down, I think,
Okay.
That would be,
when we're done with Titus.
I think that would be 8 wounds because you have the 2 from the double the normal rate of healing, plus 1 because it's been more than 1 day of extended care, plus 5 because of his degrees of success.
Well, weren't you only 1 wound of critical damage anyway?
Yeah, but then I would start taking away my wounds, right?
I don't your normal wounds just automatically refresh to full
Yeah, I
after
think
a
so.
rest? Or what is basically an extended rest.
Oh, okay. So I'm
no.
back to...
No, they don't automatically heal, but he does get, he does natural healing.
Oh, okay. I thought natural healing only went towards like the critical wounds. I didn't realize it went towards the regular wounds as well.
Wow, okay. You did really good, Davros. Well done, man. I was at 8 critical wounds and 11 wounds, now I'm at 4 wounds.
Alright. So I think we are good to go. Davros can, try to patch you and Silas up with first aid while we're going. But,
I'll
I
light
think
a glow stick and ask him what he found while you guys were searching around here.
I found some Xenos slime, leading out of the cargo area into the jungle. So
Did you get a sample?
I did not get a sample. I can show you where it is, though.
I would like to get a sample.
Alright. So we go there and he gets a sample.
All right, just go ahead and add a sample of Xenos slime to. Right.
Did you ask the crew if they saw anything?
I did. They said they didn't see anything.
Well, I guess we're heading out into the jungle then.
Yeah, I'd like to get a regiment of guardsmen, if possible, to come with us. So, Davros, if you want to talk to the sergeant, or see if you can get this admiral to communicate with you.
I will do that. And I do that.
So, to whom are you speaking? Are you going to try and convince?
Whoever's in charge down here.
Sergeant? Are you just going to try and convince them to come with?
See if we can get like a group to come with us or whatever.
Give me. I mean, like, how are you going to do it? I'm trying to figure out what you're going to roll.
I'm going to ask him if he could spare some men.
Immediately, he asks you for what?
And I look at Dell.
To hunt down highly dangerous Xenos that has escaped onto the planet.
And I look back at the sergeant.
Alright, I guess go ahead and give a command test.
Okay.
I think that would be right.
Is anyone trained in command?
Nope.
Whoever's talking to him right now. In that conversation, that's when it would.
Well, I'm not trained, but here we go. They're not even close.
Yeah, he tells you he doesn't think there's any hostile Xenos on this planet, and that he can't spare.
Show him the slime. You know,
I show him the slime sample.
we've found Xenos slime in your cargo area.
He tells you that could be it from anything.
I ask,
Titus, do you have Intimidate?
yeah, I ask Titus. Titus, right? Yeah. Wait.
I'm gonna take Titus. Titus, do you have Intimidate? Titus.
Yes, he does.
Where? Titus. Titus, Cube. Hello. Okay, I guess.
I was gonna be right back. Sorry.
Oh, you did. Well, anyways, Titus, I'm taking you aside, and I need you to intimidate this guardsman into sending, some squads with us. Just tell him that,
If we go out there and we die, this entire base down here, and perhaps even the station up there, maybe even the entire sector is going to be wiped out. So we need your help to come with us.
Okay, give me an intimidate.
Alright. I can also
Doesn't
re-roll
convince me.
intimidate checks.
you can.
Yeah, I think so.
While he's doing that, I'm going to ask Silas if he can use his drone thing to, his servo skull, to analyze the fluid and see if he can determine what it's from.
Okay.
Is it
Can,
capable of
do
doing
that?
that?
Yeah, give
Yes.
me a Medicae on that.
Yeah, it says I can re-roll intimidation or interrogation test and substitute my willpower bonus for degrees of success on these tests.
Okay.
So I'll just re-roll the intimidate then.
Make sure you're rolling intimidate with willpower, not with strength. By the way.
Oh, okay.
So, Silas, you don't recognize what that liquid is at all.
Oh shit!
Oh shit!
He is so scared for his life.
So the guardsman tells you, if you can wait 30 minutes before going, he'll call down another platoon of men. Another
Okay, we
10 guardsmen.
can do that.
Thank you for your understanding, sir. Now give me your flak greaves.
That he says no.
Oh, come on.
After some time, a transport arrives on top of the warehouse and drops off 10 guardsmen, fully armed and armored, ready to follow.
Okay, so I guess we're gonna lead them out of. Are you guys ready to go? Because I think we gotta go
give
before
me a
this
second.
thing. Oh, I'm gonna ask around if there's I'm gonna ask if they have any maps of the area and whatnot, so we know where we're going.
You're told that there are no maps, as there are no roads on the planet, but they do know the location, or have kind of mapped the locations of a few of the more prominent villages. But even those locations change relatively regularly as tribes relocate.
Okay, well, I asked for whatever map information they have. Whatever they can give me, I'll take it.
Okay, and they just give you basically a planetary diagram that shows where some of the villages are.
Okay. Which village is the closest?
The nearest village to you guys is a few 100 kilometers away.
Okay. I guess that's the one we'll be heading for.
And not in the direction the slime left the warehouse.
Oh, okay. Well, which one is in the direction that the slime left the warehouse?
A few villages nearly on the other side of the planet.
Alright. Well, I guess we'll just follow and track the slime.
Okay. Okay, so as you guys begin to leave and track the slime out into the jungle, can I get a surface navigate?
From all of us, or just one of us?
From one of you guys. It does not matter who.
Does anyone have surface trained?
Nope.
Would any of the guardsmen be trained in surface navigation?
Wait, are we walking? Can we
We're walking.
take a jeep or something? A space
No,
jeep?
there's no vehicles.
The jungle is too dense for vehicles to
So does anybody have?
I have
you know-
surface operate. Nah.
I guess Davris, you can roll it because you've got the highest intelligence.
Okay. And this is...
Surface
What's your intelligence?
navigate.
Where's this?
Oh,
Surface-
you can do it with perception. Oh, never mind. Let me do this. I got it. And what's the target modifier? 0?
Yep, just go 0.
Fuck. We're gonna get so lost.
Oh man,
Wait.
why was your roll so bad?
Why
That
did
was
you
a-
roll a 17?
That was minus 20.
Yeah, I'm not trained in surface.
Oh, yeah.
No, none of us are trained in navigate.
Yeah, I was just thinking it would have been like a base intelligence roll. I forgot about the whole train thing. All right, so heading out, you immediately lose the trail. It's not as easy to spot this trail of slime through the dense jungle. So you just follow it in the direction it was headed as it left. Cutting through incredibly dense jungle in an incredibly hot area. And you go on for about an hour. And after this hour, everyone go ahead and deduct 1 fatigue.
Okay.
But
I'm gonna go off slightly away from the wherever we are, and I'm. Oh wait, yeah, okay.
what do you mean deduct 1 fatigue?
Just deduct 1. Add 1 to your fatigue.
Yeah, so I guess it would be add 1 fatigue. I thought it was a deduct thing, but sure,
I
add.
can't open the box.
Yeah, go over to where it says current.
Oh, so 1. Okay.
And then can I go ahead and get a perception check from somebody? Does not matter who.
Perception or awareness?
Perception.
Okay.
Awareness is for like stealth things.
All right. What modifier? Nothing.
No modifier.
I'm gonna do a cinescience test.
Can I also get a perception from everyone else?
Oh, okay. I don't think Cube's here. Cube
fine.
just fucking up and left.
This
Like
is
that.
just a base.
Yeah, just a base.
Hey, I did it.
Okay. So you do notice that you seem to be rebels. Seem to notice that. Sorry, I got a text. That you are following a very light trail, sort of.
Hey guys.
And
I
as
seem
you
to see a trail.
after you've walked for this period of time, you also notice, or you come up to and you spot immediately, rolled up in vines, is something just dripping green and red slime onto the jungle floor beneath it, and it is hanging from the canopy above.
Okay, I help the
Um,
group and I point up to it.
I want to do a cinescience test real quick, just to make sure there's no, psychic presence. Kremet. So just a normal modifier.
Can you guys still hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why?
If you can still hear me, type something, because I can't hear anyone.
Well, that's weird. Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Okay, I can hear you now. I don't know what
Alright,
was...
I want to do a cinescience test real quick, too, just cuz.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and give me some science.
Oh. Well then.
Yeah, you detect no psychic presence.
I guess we should probably shoot at whatever's in the vines before we go up to it, so you want to get some of the guardsmen to
wait.
just shoot it?
How clearly can we see it?
It's fairly obscured by the vines. It's wrapped up pretty well.
Okay.
It's probably not the Xenos itself, but we should probably shoot it just to be safe.
It's hanging about 10 feet off the ground.
What color is the stuff that's dripping?
Red, green?
Does it look like the stuff in the vial by chance?
No, it does not look like the stuff in the vial.
I'm just gonna tell some guardsmen to shoot at it.
So, the guardsmen immediately open fire and just throw a large burst of rounds into the trees. And as they do so, it begins to drip more and more.
Okay, ceasefire.
Ceasefire.
Let's
Do we
go
know what
up
it
and...
is?
No, it's probably a corpse, but I just wanted to be careful. So let's walk up to it and cut it down and check out what it is.
Right. So, as I said, it is hanging above, roughly 10 feet up in the tree.
And I want the guardsmen to be on watch around us, like, 360 coverage while I do this.
I'm going to help him get it down and then analyze it.
So how exactly are you guys getting?
It's in the vines, right?
Yes.
How high above the ground?
10 feet, roughly.
I guess we'll climb up and just, check it out. I don't know. We don't really need to cut it down once we know what it is.
I'll give Dell a boost. I
Well,
guess.
hold up. Is there any of the green stuff on the ground?
Yes.
I'm gonna take, a stick and put it into the green stuff.
Nothing happens. It's just gone.
I'm going to collect a sample.
Alright.
What should I call this?
Are there any tracks around? Or, in the trees?
No. You don't notice any track.
Run it.
Whatever you want to call it. Sample number 2.
So there's no tracks.
Could we shoot, the thing it's hanging from? Or is it, stuck to a bunch of different vines?
The bunch of vines.
What is it? As we get closer, can we see what it is?
Yes. Yeah,
But we boost one of the soldiers up there and they cut it down.
perception to see what it is.
Kremet keeps counting out.
God, why the fuck is my... It's not... What is wrong with my shit right now?
I don't know, man.
We can lower sensitivity, I guess, even more.
But you're cutting out. Wouldn't lowering sensitivity make that worse?
I meant raise sensitivity. Okay.
I'll roll perception to see what it is.
Okay, just see what it... It is some type of Xenos.
Like a Xenos, not like a from this feral planet Xenos?
Correct.
Okay.
Like, not a normal jungle-dwelling creature.
I guess, yeah, get 2 of the guardsmen to climb up and cut it down with survival knives.
Can I tell them not to try to have any skin-to-skin contact with it? Tell them to be aware.
Right. So as the guardsmen start boosting each other up and pulling out knives to begin cutting the vines, immediately from the cut vines, a large burst of green mist. This is not from the thing wrapped up in the vines. This is from the vines themselves. Sprays out over the entire party. Can I get a toughness test plus 10 from everyone?
Fuck. Except for Davros and Silas.
Dell and Titus. All right, so immediately, Dell and Titus, your eyes begin to burn a little bit, but you don't notice any other effects from it.
I'm gonna
the
use...
guardsmen who were standing up, cutting though, have fallen to the ground and are screaming, covering their faces, and the thing that they were cutting down snaps the vines that are mostly cut at this point and just drops to the ground in front of you.
I guess I yell out to someone to help those guardsmen.
Already, the other guardsmen have begun grabbing their comrades and pulling them away from the area.
So I guess we're gonna wait for our eyes to stop being poopy.
Can I take a look at them and see if I can do anything to help them?
Sure. Go ahead and give me... God damn it, I lost the fucking page already.
At the very least, if I can figure out exactly what it is that they're...
Yeah, what was the page that the whole wound thing was on? It was 1 something?
110? Or 109?
Oh, okay. Yeah, so do a diagram.
Yeah, you've just faded out.
Yeah, do you have a...
God fucking damn it!
Sank into the abyss.
This is weird.
He's just falling down a dark hole perpetually.
Not...
You want
It's
to
getting
like,
farther and farther away from us.
unplug your mic and plug it back in?
Oh, ah!
Oh,
And
now
now
it's
it-
got reverb.
Close TeamSpeak and turn it back on or something? I don't know.
Okay. No.
Seems like
Okay.
some sort of
I'll be right back.
User disconnected from your channel.
Okay.
acid attack defense
From the
from
jungle
the vines.
tree, yeah. But what's up with this Xenos? Is it just the jungle is even worse than Tyranids or something?
Possible.
Yeah, it is a feral world. It's meant to kill us.
Let's just burn down this entire jungle.
User joined your
Exterminate.
channel.
Okay. Hopefully this helps. Better
Nope,
not be a
still,
headset issue.
you still sound like shit.
Do I?
Yeah.
A little bit.
Sound like muffled. Not nearly as clear as you did. Like,
I actually have a lot of packet loss.
I don't know if that's got to do anything with it.
Well, like, is it like just up or is it?
It just sounds muffled.
So much.
What?
This is not good, friends.
Is this a little better?
Yeah,
Yes.
kind of.
Okay, I changed USB ports. I don't know why.
Your USB port might be dying.
Yeah, as I grabbed the cord too, I heard my headset start to crackle and stuff. So
Yeah, that's what it is. It's your USB slot.
okay. So what did I say? Oh yeah, diagnose.
Yeah, so any pluses besides the one from my midi kit?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, I failed miserably.
Yeah, you don't recognize what it is, and Titus and Dell, the pain starts to go away pretty quickly. It doesn't last
Okay.
very long.
This is Xenos. Now that we have a better look at it, can you explain it in detail what it looks like?
Sure. So as it fell and the vines kind of rolled away from it, you recognize it definitely as a Tyranid, and you notice that about half of its body, the upper half of its body, is comprised of a large, partially exposed brain. It has 4 or 6 small claws on the front of it, and a short, sort of snakish tail.
Alright, can we have, like, maybe 1 or 2 people go back to the base and order them to, report to the planetary governor that there are confirmed Tyranids on this feral
Do these
world?
guardsmen have any sort of, like, grenades or hand flamers, anything like that?
Yes, they do have frag grenades.
I don't think that's really going to work for what I guess I'm going to get some guardsmen to start gathering, like, branches for, like, a fire so we can burn the corpse.
Right, and Cube, they do agree to go back, or to send a small group back if you...
They
Can I
should take
scan-
the damaged people, too, if they can't continue on.
Can I scan this guy down to see what type of beast it is?
Yeah.
Oh, Medicae for that?
I think it would be lore, maybe.
Wouldn't it be forbidden lore? Xenos or something?
Yeah, I think so.
So he'd have to have the specific
Because
lore.
you do see it, the question is whether or not you recognize it.
Hmm.
So I think it would be a lore thing. Or maybe scholastic if there's something under it.
I feel like it would be Scholastic.
Which scholastic lores do you have?
I just have Scholastic lore. Like, that check.
Yeah, go ahead and do that with a, let's say like a negative 20. Then.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, you don't
Can
recognize it then.
can I tell how it died?
Or if
it
it
appears-
even is dead.
It appears to be pretty shredded and cut apart from thorns all over the vines.
Is there any like evidence on the tree that makes it look like maybe it climbed up there?
No.
Can you just briefly re-describe what it looked like? Just
Sure,
because I kind of spaced out when you said it.
The largest thing on the upper part of its body is a partially exposed brain. Here, let me just get a picture. Send to you. Kind of what it looks like.
So,
Also, where were we headed? Because I wasn't here for that.
we were just headed out looking for this thing. I guess
Right,
it's dead,
looking
so
for fun and games.
we're
This
done.
might not. It might have reproduced the one that was on the place because this doesn't look very mature. I guess
Does
you'd
this
say.
look like the one we saw in the video?
Did we see a video?
Yes.
I frickin' knew it.
Hey, don't use meta knowledge.
I know.
Okay,
It's just yeah,
Don't
from
read the
last
link,
week.
but this is what it looks like. So you would see this. Your characters see this.
I know.
Alright, so the body is shredded. Is it obviously dead? Like it's for sure dead?
It definitely appears to be dead.
You want to just pop a few rounds into its brain there?
Yeah, I'll put a shotgun shot right at its brain area.
All right. So you just blast it in the face with a shotgun shell. Go ahead and deduct.
Also, I'm gonna get a guardsman to just whip a grenade into its skull. You don't want to mess around with Xenos.
Yeah, they agree, and after everyone takes cover, they go ahead and place a grenade like under its chin. Basically.
I don't know if that's a great idea because then you'd be spreading the matter around. Don't you want it to like? burn
It's not like
the body?
infectious. It's fine. We'll just burn down this swath of jungle. The jungle can handle it.
All right.
Right. Yeah, and as the grenade detonates, it just blows the Xenos almost entirely apart and sprays the green and red liquid all over the place.
All right.
We're gonna start a forest fire like
Well,
we did in
job's
D&D.
done, boys. I don't know where those 3 fucks were, but who gives a shit?
What, 3 fucks?
The 3 guys from the penal colony who weren't accounted for.
now, Del? Really?
I don't know. Like, do you think they're
Well,
still alive? How
they might
would
have-
they work?
More or something?
Yeah, I'm going to say this just kind of as meta knowledge though for you guys, just
It might have eaten them.
so you know. So far, you've barely scratched the surface of like what's going on. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember you telling us that before, too.
Yeah, you guys are not even close.
We should keep searching around this area. see
Maybe
if we
the
can pick
3
up
of
on
them.
anything.
I don't know. It could be gene stealers, because the 3 guys could have been part of a gene stealer cult, and that's why this Tyranid didn't kill them.
Well, Del, we sent back people to go report that we have confirmed Tyranids, so let's just keep looking around here for any clues.
Yeah, I
for any
guess.
more
Yeah,
Tyranids
you
and
got a
those.
point. So yeah,
Alright, so
I
you need to
want to
get
get. I'm gathering stuff to burn the remains. I assume the jungle's gonna deal with the rest of it.
So as you begin gathering things from around, you... Actually, can I get another perception check from everyone, please?
Oh. Just a 0.
Flat perception.
Fucking Jesus Christ!
Jesus. So as you're gathering things around, Titus, you begin to notice that the vines that were holding it and had been cut have since rolled sort of up into the canopy, and more vines have dropped down in their places. And you notice that the jungle is just filled with vines everywhere. It's incredibly dense, and that a lot of them are moving and beginning to move more and more.
Alright, I'm gonna let the group know that the feral world might be reacting to our presence here, so we better hurry along.
Alright, well, whatever we've got to burn, we're gonna burn it, I guess, and then we'll just start heading back towards the cargo place.
And also looking around for things to burn, you can't find anything that's dead and not green. Everything
Okay.
is alive, and everything is very
does-
moist since the planet is incredibly humid and hot.
Silas, do you have a data pad?
I have a brain.
Okay, can Silas, like, recognize the GPS coordinates of this location?
I should be able to.
Sure, you can add it to the basically to the map of the island you were given.
Alright, we'll just get fucking fleet to bombard this area.
I like that idea. Now let's just get out of here.
Yeah, we're gonna take the guardsmen and go and tell them to watch out for any plants that might attack them. Keep themselves ready.
Are we heading back towards the cargo base, or are we gonna?
Yeah, we're
continue
gonna
walking
try
on?
to go back towards the cargo base.
Let's take another route to the cargo base, so we can look for more clues.
I'm not even comfortable enough in our navigation that we're gonna get back to the cargo base.
What does the rest of the party think? What do you guys think?
I think we should just head back.
I'm incredibly upset because I knew what it was, and I can't actually say what it is. God, this
Alright.
sucks.
I think most of us know what it is.
Yeah,
Well, if
I was just
Davros-
really yeah.
Davros and Del want to head back, I guess. We can just take the same path back then.
Yeah.
All right, easy enough. Then I won't make you guys do another navigate test. So, you guys begin to just backtrack down the trail you had, made. And Titus, you notice that the jungle behind you is still sort of reacting. And about halfway back, about half an hour to the jungle, you guys come across 5 guardsmen, partially pulled apart, some hanging from the trees, all clearly dead.
Must have been the party we sent back then. Son of a bitch.
Did they drop their gear?
Are you looking to requisition some stuff?
Yeah. I want to get some frag grenades.
Frag
We need
grenades?
a helmet.
Yeah, go ahead and give me.
Nice.
Del, go ahead and give me your. Yeah, sure, you can assist. Requisition plus 20 plus 30 with rebel, so plus 30.
Plus 20. Oh, okay, plus
Plus
30.
30.
Okay.
God damn, I could have made it easier. Silas, go ahead and give me your requisition plus 20.
Okay.
Can I look for some greed?
I don't think we should take too long here, considering these guys are dead. We're basically just corpse picking. I don't know if the other guardsmen are going to appreciate that.
Hey man, it's gear for the rest of the Imperium.
Is there anything strange about the way they died?
Yes. Like, they're hanging from, like, vines and stuff, and some are pulled apart and whatnot.
Pulled apart how?
I guess give me perception. There's got to be a better test than perception for this.
I feel like
maybe?
awareness is... Yeah, scrutiny.
Okay, yeah, scrutiny would probably be it. Do scrutiny. I
I
know awareness is for, like, stealth. I know what that one's for.
I
But
think I can
Okay.
assist with scrutiny. Let me...
If you're trained in scrutiny, you do scrutiny.
Alright, I'm trained in scrutiny.
Okay, I'll tell him to see if he can figure out how these guys were pulled apart.
Alright.
scrutinize the situation.
I didn't do it. Hold on a second, I'll be right back. Sorry.
Oh my
he
God,
fails,
Q.
and then he leaves.
It would have been worse if he succeeded than left, so he couldn't tell you what happened. Yeah, so clearly he's
All right.
unable to tell what exactly happened.
Well, do they have any, like, marks on them?
Yes, they have all of the bodies have numerous puncture wounds, and some have thorns sticking out of them still.
I think we should just go before... Like, I think we need to, like,
I
up
think
our
the vines
pace. Like,
will-
just start running.
Let's get
Yeah.
out of here.
Maybe
Alright.
maybe we should just double time it.
So, you guys begin, or keep going back to the warehouse as quickly as you can, and Titus, you're still noticing the jungle sort of changing around you, but you guys do break out of it back at the Imperial warehouse safely.
I'm gonna ask the guardsmen if they... these guardsmen have been down here before, right?
Yes.
Like,
Yeah, they've been.
yeah, I'm gonna ask them if they know anything about the jungle at all, or if they've heard about this.
They've been told that the jungle is dangerous, but they've never been in the jungle.
Has anyone ever been in... Has anybody on duty, or who serves around here, ever been in the jungle and come back?
Some groups have sent out small parties into the jungle, and some people from those parties have returned, though almost never all of them. But yes, it does happen that people go into the jungle every now and then for some reason.
Where do
no,
we
no
report
one's ever
fatalities?
reported this?
Well, again, they've all been told the jungle is dangerous. There are creatures in the jungle, plant life is dangerous, and the natives are incredibly dangerous.
Okay.
How could anyone live in that shit?
How could they live here? Wouldn't the jungle like dill them all day, all night?
That's what I'm saying.
They probably make really good Astartes.
Maybe. Should we report that we lost 5 guardsmen out there?
The guardsmen can do that. That's their job.
Okay.
Yeah, they'll report it when they get back.
All
we
we
got
gotta
the
do is
podcast.
report that the Xenos is destroyed. Let's just get Silas to tell them the coordinates to bombard.
And as you guys get back into the cool warehouse, go ahead and regain one of your fatigue points. Being
Oh,
out
I
of
took
the-
fatigue.
Fatigue.
Yeah,
you
everyone
weren't here when we took the fatigue.
incredibly hot.
Alright.
So the guards report back your findings of the Xenos and the dead, and are told that that fire bombings will start in the jungle in that location.
Okay. So I want to discuss something with you guys real quick. Just the 3 of us, the 4 of us as Inquisition bros. There's no way those prisoners could have survived out there in the jungle if a fully grown Tyranid couldn't. So
They-
they've got to be on that military station.
Well, do we know if that's the same Tyranid?
Yes.
Yeah, we. It
Well,
matched the
do
one
we
in the video.
actually?
Because
Yes.
What if the Tyranid survived and like?
Kremet said it's the
reproduced?
same one that looked it's the same one. that we saw in the footage? And what are the chances of just a third Tyranid that looks like that just randomly being on this planet?
Second Tyranid that looks like that. The other one that was still in the vat did not look like this. It was a total.
No, that's... Oh, okay. Well, second one, yeah. I think...
Well, we could ask the guards if anyone knew if they've had any new people show up.
I doubt if they, if they came aboard, I think the guardsmen would notice if there were still people who weren't supposed to be there. They probably got IDs and whatnot, so they probably stowed away. So I think we should wait for their next transport and inspect the transport, see if there's anywhere they could have gone, and then head up to the station ourselves.
Okay.
Everyone else so good with this plan?
I'll take a walk around the base, looking for any more clues.
And you said you guys are just going to wait for a transport back up to the station, or
The military station, yeah.
Okay. And you're told that the next transport will arrive in about 20 hours when the next ship has left.
Okay.
And it'll take you and the 5 extra guards back.
In that case, can I then take my extended rest just to get rid of the rest of my wounds?
Yeah, you guys can. Yeah, you guys can go and rest here.
Okay.
Silas and Davros, you begin to notice on Del and Titus, and Del and Titus, you guys begin to notice also. Your faces, hands, and chests are beginning to become quite red and sensitive to the touch.
Okay,
Shit.
Davros, or do I notice as well?
Yeah, it's on you and Titus.
And also those guardsmen, Davros, I think this might be bad. Can you, give ointment?
Does anybody else on this station know anything about this? Can we ask them?
No one down there with you guys
I
recognizes.
tried to diagnosis and I failed. Would I be able to try again?
Sure. Go ahead and do another one. Now that you're back in a more calm area.
Is that Medicae?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, is there any information from any of the other guards? Did they know anything about it?
They don't know anything about it.
They're-
They're just simple guardsmen.
They're useless. What do they do down here?
Okay, so that is 6 degrees of success. So you recognize this as something called mind mold. That comes from very, very hostile plants. You also know that after about another day's time, that fungal growths, extremely painful fungal growths, are going to develop, and eventually hallucinogenic effects are going to start taking place, and that this especially affects psychers.
Oh.
Can I cure it?
How do you make medicine?
You have to make it out of. It doesn't. You'd have to make it out of stuff, but it doesn't really go into detail what stuff is made out of.
Okay, so I think I would need you to go ahead and take a.
Page 97 is the crafting sidebar.
97. Okay.
I don't want my mind to be mold.
Okay, so it would just be basically an extended Medicae test, I think. But first, you know you're going to need to go back into the jungle and take a Medicae test to gather supplies.
Okay. Can I have some? Probably wouldn't be only useful, but could I have some guards come with me and help me gather things or something?
Oh. I can come with them.
Those 5 guards agree to come with, and so does.
Oh,
Titus.
we saw those 5 guards get torn apart, but we'll come with.
They're guardsmen. They aren't very smart. They get sent in the hard way a lot.
Does anyone else want to come assist me gathering supplies?
I think I'm gonna stay here lest I get more infected by this shit.
Yeah.
Coward.
All right.
All right. So
I'm gonna
as you-
try gathering stuff without disturbing the plant life a too terrible amount.
Except the ones you're going to be cutting apart to make drugs. So you trek back into the jungle. Go ahead and add fatigue to you and Titus. Go ahead and give me your Medicae check.
Alright, is
Regular.
that how that works?
For gathering?
Yeah.
It doesn't say what you would use, but since you're gathering things for medicine, I assume you would be using Medicae to gather them.
Well, if you look on the sidebar, it doesn't really go into gathering, does it? It just goes into making the actual stuff.
Yeah, so to get the stuff, you probably use the skill that you'd be using to make it.
Okay, so just
Do like an extended test, so like if you fail, you can keep going or something.
alright. Would I be using my first aid kit on this since it's a Medicae test?
I don't think so, because you're just gathering. That's all you're doing,
Okay.
just gathering plants.
So that one was a huge failure.
I'm not really sure how an extended test here would work. Let's see.
We're probably just pissing off the jungle more by more of us being here. Because I can't really assist with gathering stuff, can I?
Okay.
Yeah,
never mind. You need to. I think you need to make a requisition in the jungle.
Do you?
I think so. I think that's what you'd want to use.
Could I
Wouldn't the
assist with that?
guardsmen be assisting him because they're helping him look?
Yeah,
It says materials like at the bottom of that page, and it goes over. Like,
yeah,
getting them.
that's like what I'm reading, but it still doesn't really say. It says when acquiring materials for crafting, determine the item's availability and then decrease it by 1 level. Average items become common, etc. And then the
So-
character makes a requisition test to acquire the materials.
Okay, we'll do that then.
So Kremet has to decide the availability.
Do it as a +0 then.
Okay, so it'd be minus and then plus because I get plus and everything, right?
Can we assist?
Right. So it would be like a +10 with your plus, and then back down to +0 because of the
Yeah. Okay, so
yeah, so +0.
No, because you're bringing the rarity down, so
Yeah,
that adds
right.
+10.
But no, if I'm bringing the rarity down, oh wait a minute.
I'll add roll.
Yeah, because if it's rare to rare, that's +10. You're bringing it down.
No, I get a plus 10 on anything I try to acquire.
Yeah.
Oh, and then it's another +10, so it's a +20. Yeah, Douglas is right.
Oh well, I still beat it. So,
Okay,
yeah,
either way.
it's fine.
So all right, so you managed to scrounge. I guess if you fail, I would just have you like be out in the jungle for like another hour or something, and then do it again and again and again, so you can find what you'd want normally. But so
We don't have time for that, sir.
you quickly, yes. So you quickly find the plants you need. It takes you about an hour, then gathering them all together, and head back towards the warehouse. And as you're leaving for the warehouse, you notice the jungle sort of coming alive gradually more and more. The longer
I
you
flip it
stay
off as I walk back inside.
there. All right, and the guardsmen, follow. Hitting you. Okay, so then to craft, you would need to do. Well, I guess this would be a natural drug, not a synthetic drug.
Yeah. Out
Yeah.
of natural stuff.
So you would need to roll 1d5 first. Yes.
What the fuck?
Wrong keyboard.
Do you have like a Cyrillic keyboard?
No, if you hit Alt Shift, it switches to Cyrillic on my keyboard.
1B5.
Okay. So it'll take you 1 hour to craft the drugs. This is extended test success 4. I am not sure what that means.
Extended test success, and then
Yeah.
4?
So what is
Successes.
So
Or
he has to...
extended. I have to
Oh.
do an extended test and succeed 4 times,
Okay.
I guess.
So I guess keep rolling.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't do 1d5 because that's like a success or fail. kind of thing.
Right. You'd have to do the test, but I mean, you'd have to do the test 4 times, I guess.
Yeah.
But the question is, what happens if you fail?
I guess if he fails, it's going to take him another hour to do it. So he just keeps trying until he manages to do it.
I suppose. And the downside is the longer it takes, because of course you guys are going to be affected more and more. Okay, so real quick then, since this is starting to take time, I'm going to need 2d10s rolled by Titus and Dell.
Oh, you hunger for human flesh.
Sorry, 2d10s from each of you.
Oh. Yay! I don't think Cube's here. I think he keeps fucking off.
Yeah, so Douglas, you're 15.
I'm here.
Oh, never mind. He's here.
You killed.
Okay. Alright, so go ahead and give me, I guess a Medicae test.
Both of us, or
No, I'm sorry, Rebel, to craft.
Oh, right. Okay.
what did we roll for?
Oh,
Spook time.
With this,
The stuff I needed.
would I get any, like a +10 from my medikit from this?
Sure, I'll say you can get a +10 since you got such a high roll on your, recognizing.
I was just wondering if it was coming from the medikit. I don't know if that's helpful.
No, I don't think it would be.
What do you use chemistry for? Is that like not a thing you use here?
To create chemicals. I think to make synthetic stuff, maybe?
I win.
I really don't know. Okay, so that's one. Roll again.
Fail.
One fail. So you're up to 2 hours. Roll again.
Fail.
Re-roll again.
Succeed.
Okay, so you're still at 3 hours. Roll again. I need 4 successes, I guess.
Yes.
Okay, roll again.
Yes.
Okay. So after 3 hours of doing this, Titus and Dell, you guys are beginning to blister and whatnot, but Davros finishes creating the drugs. Guess just
Thank
give
you,
it to them.
Emperor.
Is that all you're gonna do?
You should
I'm
probably
going
make
to-
some for the other guardsmen too.
You mean the ones that got killed?
No, the ones that got the. Oh wait, yeah, that's right. We sent them back.
Yeah,
Never
Titus got
mind.
Murdered.
Alright, and I'm going to, I guess, give them a dose to help
Maybe
them.
you should make a few more doses if you have extra stuff, just in case.
It comes back or something.
Is there any leftover, either doses or materials? Or did that make just enough?
Yeah, I'd say you can make 2 extra doses.
Okay, I guess I'll...
Just
That-
We sure the other guardsmen didn't get, like, misted a little bit?
The other guardsmen appear to be fine.
Okay, that's good.
They
you want-
were not nearby when it happened. They were.
You want me to go through and do the rolls again, or...?
No.
Okay.
Just as you did it, you just made that number.
Okay.
So it's like 15 hours until the place comes?
You want to let the
Yeah.
guardsmen here know about that, like, specific
Yeah, I'll go...
thing, Davros, so you
Let-
make the guardsman's life a little bit easier.
I'll go let the sergeant know, I guess.
He tells you that you probably just want to tell the chirurgeons at the station.
Okay.
Very well then.
Not going to help the guardsmen much. All right. Does anybody want to do anything before the ship arrives? Like Titus said, you got 15 hours.
Could I look around, try to scrutinize any clues?
What are you looking for specifically?
Any more paths of Xenos or something?
I guess give me a scrutinize, yeah.
Okay. I'd also like to check to see if that airlock is open.
There's no what airlock.
Gonna check all the doors around. It's a callback. God damn it.
I don't get it. I don't know what you're referencing. So you, aside from the path that Dell found earlier, you don't find anything.
Alright.
Is there any, like, Nah, I guess what I'm just gonna wait, I guess.
All right. So, as the next 15 hours progresses, can I go ahead and get a toughness test plus 30 from Titus and Dell. All right, so Titus, your infection begins to go away. Dell, yours, however, does not seem to be completely going away.
Okay, so is it getting worse or is it just like stabilized?
Hang on.
So this goes into,
I'm getting hallucinations. Oh, you're a demon.
so it goes into creating antidotes on page 109. I'm not sure if that's different from the thing we were looking at.
109.
On the bottom, where it says antidotes under chem use.
What was the one we were looking at, though?
Natural drugs and poisons. I mean, it wasn't.
So I
it
guess
was-
those drugs would be just like the drugs you can get, like the low sticks and whatnot?
Yeah, I think so.
The antidotes. Okay, so this is what we'll go off from now on, then, because this is right. But since we just went through this, I'm just going to say that you successfully did it. But roll
Yeah.
2d10.
Yeah.
Who? Me?
No, Rebel. Okay, so you got 7 doses of it, and you gave 2 away. So means
What the hell is going on here? This is weird.
Okay, so I have 7. I should name this something. What's a good name?
Probably name it the disease, then the cure.
You gave it away to 2 of them, I mean. I assume to...
Mind's
Dell and I.
blow cure, whatever.
I have 5 left.
Mind mold cure. Yeah, that's what you name it.
Mind mold cure. Mind mold cure.
This poison doesn't have like a poison rating on it, though, like it's saying. You know?
Yeah, it's not really. I don't know if it's really a poison.
Yeah, I'm not
It's
sure.
like a parasite.
But I mean, that's how I would assume that we have to treat it like that. But
Yeah, I'm not sure.
okay, either way. So Dell, right now you take 10 points of toughness damage and 5 points of intelligence damage.
Okay, so how do I do that?
So basically deduct 10 from your toughness, 5 from your intelligence.
Okay, I'm gonna get those back, right?
It is not permanent.
That'll be ridiculous.
So does he
Okay.
need more?
You're gonna have to remind me, because I just lowered my stuff, so you gotta keep track of that for me.
Does he
Yeah,
need
I guess-
another dose or?
Yeah, I think you would want to give him another dose, and then when he does his next test, he would have to. Because I'm giving him like major pluses on the test. He just rolled really shitty. So, and then go ahead and roll a d10, Dell.
Alright.
Christ. All right, so as as the toxin takes hold of your mind, you believe you gain the "I'm only little" hallucinogenic effect on page 146. The character believes he has shrunk to half his normal size, and everything else is big and frightening now. All other characters count as having Fear 3 trait to that character.
Okay, I'm gonna run away and hide in the cargo area.
We're gonna find him eating on fucking flesh.
Does anybody know what a fear trait does specifically? I assume it makes people scary, but like, I assume there's some more rules to that, since it's fear trait 3. Jesus Christ. You're turning into like a little cave-dwelling cannibal.
Yeah,
Schmeagle.
thanks.
Fear is on page 136.
As well as 287.
Okay, so people are horrifying to you.
Acolytes come face to face with horrific creatures and experience terrifying events. When a PC is confronted by such frightening event or adversary, he must take a fear test. That is a willpower test. And then you said it was fear 3, so the -20 modifier.
Okay, so roll willpower -20.
Okay, Jesus Christ.
Damn.
My willpower is 35, -20. Alright, I'm spooked.
But there's so many tables you have to roll on for this. Okay, next I'm going to need you to roll on tables, so give me just a second.
Is it the shock table?
Yes, it is. It's 287. So go ahead and roll a... Okay, so 1d10 plus 10 for every degree of failure of the first test.
Are you reading the shock table? Because that's 1d100 plus 10 for...
That's what I meant, sorry. So, what, you had 30, 40, or 4 degrees of failure, so roll 1d10, or 1d100 plus 40.
I'm gonna die!
74. That's not too bad. It's not too bad. The character is frozen by terror. You take no actions until he recovers himself. See shock and snapping out of it, page 286. After snapping out of it, he makes all tests with negative 10 penalty for the rest of the encounter. So, since we're not actually in combat, I'm going to basically say you're just like frozen with fear. You're terrified of everyone around you.
Okay, I'll just be, I'll just do that. I don't want to snap out of it. I'll just be frozen with fear until I'm cured.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go apply secure to the affected area, I guess.
Okay. So, the transport finally arrives then, at this point. All the guardsmen pile on, 10 more come off to man the warehouse, and tell you to follow along. Obviously, Dell will not go by himself.
I'll
All right,
hoist
I'll
him up.
pick him up, too. I'll help Davros.
Just carry him on there. Alright, and you guys fetch the transport back to the station. About a 1 hour trek. As you're about to dock with the station, Dell, give me a, what was that first test I had you roll? A toughness test plus 30. Alright, the effects you notice are starting to go away, the rash is dissipating, and you're regaining your mental faculties.
Do I get my toughness and intelligence back yet?
I believe you need to take a rest to get those back up.
Okay. Can I rest on the trip up?
You're just getting there right as you get there. So, so the small transport docks with a massive, clearly military station. Also, you can see outside docked with the station are numerous destroyers and cruisers. After docking, you're immediately told to follow some guardsmen who take you to the Admiral to speak to him specifically.
Okay.
And as soon as you get there, he immediately greets you in his cabin.
All right. Tell him hello and tell him that we found some Tyrannid Xenos down on the planet below. It was only one of them and looked injured. Tell him the entire story of how it was brought there.
Hey, we don't tell him the entire story. We're Inquisition here, buddy. He doesn't need to know.
Aren't you in fear?
No?
No, I'm no longer feared.
Oh, okay.
He's just
All right.
less intelligent.
Yeah, just tell him that we're investigating something, and that we
Okay.
believe there might be some stowaways on the military station.
Yeah, tell him that we're looking for three stowaways?
2 prisoners and
One of
a
them's a chirurgeon.
chirurgeon. Yeah,
What's the name of him again?
starts with a T.
It is Tyrus Zereth.
And Taro Quentin.
He tells you first that he's heard of your troubles on the planet, and points out his window, and you can see down to the planet, and a huge portion of the planet is burning at this point.
Good.
And then he tells you that there are no stowaways on his station. Being a military station, it's certainly too well locked down to allow that kind of thing to happen. Additionally, he tells you that they have heard of what's happened at the penal station that you visited before, and have also sent ships to investigate, and have found themselves that all but one staff member are there, and all prisoners are accounted for.
Wait,
No, there's definitely 2 prisoners missing.
He tells you that all 150 prisoners were certainly there, though dead.
yeah, I don't know if
And
did we
the
ever
penal station has since
confirm-
been destroyed as well.
I don't know if we ever confirmed that 2 prisoners got off. We just
We did. There were 2 prisoners,
out of the manifest,
out of the manifest that weren't there when we looked.
but we didn't count everybody, did we?
We did, didn't we?
You did not.
Yeah, I don't think we had the time.
You talked about it and then elected not to.
We just assumed, since there were 3 suits missing when we got there, and 1 chirurgeon gone, that it would be the chirurgeon gone and then the 2 prisoners, or 2 prisoners.
Oh.
So we can let him know that we know for certain a chirurgeon has escaped and is somewhere. Are you certain?
He might have been,
couldn't have
like,
gotten
I don't know, this is starting to seem pretty wrapped up, even though we haven't scratched the surface. It's like, okay, Tyranid ends up on thing, kills a whole bunch of people with bioplasma, maybe eats the Chirurgeon, and then he goes down to the planet and he gets killed by the jungle. But that doesn't account for the guy getting shot and then dragged out. And
Here, I'll kind of just give you this hint, like methodology. Yes, you're right. All that's happened, but this whole thing has basically nothing to do with Tyranids and is all cultist. That's why I'm saying you haven't even scratched the surface, or well, you've scratched the surface, but I mean you haven't gotten that far. Like there's much more going on.
Alright, well, I'm just gonna ask if we can stay around on this station for a little while to do a little bit of investigating, just to be sure. And, then maybe we'll go search after this Terrell Quinton guy.
He tells you that you're welcome to stay as long as you like, and the court has been prepared for you. Though he asks you not to get in the way or interrupt the crew in their duties. Yeah, that's basically it. And he tells you that he's heard from your ship that it has since docked back at Juno, and will be turning around and coming back, and it will arrive in about 4 days.
Okay.
I would like to go talk to the chirurgeon and see if I can requisition a advanced medikit.
Sure, so you go to the medical bay. There are numerous chirurgeons here. Go ahead and give me your requisition plus 20.
It's a rare availability.
Plus 20.
Oh.
Right, this is a very well-stocked station, and you're given, what you asked for.
Could I look for some shotgun ammo?
Sure, go ahead and give me a requisition with a plus 20 as well.
I'm going to rest.
Since this place is well stocked, would it be possible for me to get some cybernetics?
Sure, hang on just 1 second. Titus, you get 3 clips of shotgun ammo. So what cybernetics specifically are you looking for, Silas?
Give me like 1-2 minutes just to look through.
Okay.
Alright, so can I rest and get my stats back?
Sure. I believe to get your stats back, that is just a regular rest.
How long is a regular rest?
I'm not even sure. A few hours, I believe, but
Okay, well, after I'm done resting, I want to try to requisition a flak helmet.
sure. Go ahead and give me requisition plus 20. Actually,
Okay.
hang on.
Oops.
Did you pass? Okay, well, you passed it anyway, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, you find a flak helmet.
Okay, and I also want to, I want to get some, like, smoke and frag grenades. Can I do influence for those separately?
Yes, let me see. Frag grenade. Common. Where's smoke grenades are? Common. Okay, so give me plus 20s for those as well. You requisition yourself 3 frag grenades, but you're not unable to find any smoke grenades. They don't have any on the station.
Okay.
Could I pick up some glow sticks somewhere?
Oh, I'm sure you probably can. Go ahead and give your requisition plus 20.
Alright.
Would I add frag grenades to ranged weaponry?
Honestly, I don't think so. I think you would just add them. Well, I guess if you wanted to put down their stats, yeah, just add them to range weaponry.
I'm gonna
Okay,
go
so
for
you're-
flat gauntlets as well, if
You're able to
I
find
can.
5 glow sticks. Yeah, go ahead and give me for flat gauntlets too with a plus 20.
What about an excruciator kit?
What is that?
It's a means of gathering information from individuals who don't want to speak.
Shit.
What's its rarity?
I'll have to find out. Doesn't say in the description.
Yeah, figure that out. Yeah, you can't manage to get any flat gauntlets here.
God, I can't get any gloves.
Every time you get gear, you kill someone. So
Yeah.
Can I request a mechadendrite?
Yeah, can you give me the page number for that? I don't know. It's not.
It is 183.
You're gonna roll. So roll it with a negative 20.
I also have the ability that reduces rarity by 2. for
Very
all
rare. It's
cybernetics.
negative 30. Rarity is negative 20. That's why I said to do that.
It's very rare, by the way.
Yeah. The thing you're looking for, Rebel?
Yeah.
To roll a negative 20 for it as well.
Gah!
Yeah, they're not equipped with very many things for cybernetics in the station.
Ooh.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, so you're able to gain one, Rebel.
Oh, did I ever pick up the manacles from that prisoner? I don't think I did.
No, you didn't.
Could I roll for more manacles in this area?
Sure, do a plus 20.
Oh, man.
They are not equipped with them here at the station.
How about a stab light? It's like a tiny flashlight. Lasts for 5 hours, apparently.
Sure. Give me a plus 20. God damn, you guys are requisitioning a lot.
Well, I mean, we're on an Imperial military station.
Yeah. Oh, well, there's a lot of stuff to requisition, certainly. I'm not arguing that, just...
Are we capped on the number of things we can requisition?
No,
Nope.
but it'll increase our Or, like,
basically, at this point, the whole station knows you are...
Inquisition.
yeah, you're acolytes, so... but on an Imperial station, it wouldn't really matter. It'd be more like on like a town that you're investigating or something like that. You wouldn't...
All right,
But-
I want to requisition some stun grenades.
Yes, you do find the flashlights. Go ahead and give me plus 20 then. Wait, hang on, actually, sorry. Let me see what they are. Common. Okay, give me a plus 20 for those. You're able to get yourself 2 stun grenades.
All right.
Keep in mind, grenades do have weight to them.
Yeah.
Anybody want to get themselves anything else? Any
I mean,
weapons or anything?
I may go for weapon. I'm just looking at the different ones right now.
A weapon, you say?
A weapon. Now, any weapon you choose, aside from a las gun, it's going to have to roll on its normal availability, though.
Oh, they didn't have any flat gauntlets, right?
No.
What if they have a carapace gauntlets? Could I roll for that separately?
None of that is on the station.
Damn it.
All they have is flak gear, which is normal Imperial Guard issue stuff.
Can I requisition a knife? Just like a normal, basic-ass knife?
Yeah, I guess just give me a plus 20. Or no, don't give me a plus 20. You just...
Well, if it was higher
You can
then...
just get one.
Okay, I can just get a knife? Alright.
Yeah. I didn't realize it was plentiful, normally.
Are there any weapons that the station won't have?
Are you looking ranged weapons specifically?
Yeah.
Like
It's an
nothing
Imperial station, but I don't
nothing
think they would have bolt
exotic.
pistols. Right, because that's mainly Space Marines.
While you guys are doing this, I'm gonna be back in like 5 minutes. I gotta go feed the animals.
Okay.
I'm going to say nothing exotic, but everything else, yes. So if you do want a bolt weapon,
Okay, can I then roll for a bolt pistol and a flak helmet?
sure. So bolt pistol,
It's
give a
very
negative-
rare.
Negative 30.
Okay, and then flak, what would that be?
Black helmet, give me a plus 20.
Plus 20? Okay, I'll do the flak first.
I'm making flak very easy to get your hands on here. Again, being an Imperial station.
I feel like we're sort of starting to get in the way here.
Alright, so you obviously get the flak. Go ahead and give me the negative 30 now.
I'm looking at the
Oh
exterminator.
god!
I didn't know what you were talking. Yeah, you're not able to find any flak weapon, or any bolt weapons, I'm sorry.
Jesus.
I was thinking about weapon mods. Could I pick up a exterminator weapon mod? It's a thing that I can shoot at half action that shoots out a sheet of fire, a one-shot device.
What is its rarity?
Common.
Yeah? But plus 10?
Alright.
Mod your weapon a little bit.
Oh, that's a good idea. I might get a weapon mod too.
There's also
Yeah, what
ammunition.
page is that on?
Page 165 for the PDF. And I failed it.
You're not able to find any of those. So since he failed, you can't get that thing now.
I would like to get a... Where is it here?
Can I get an auxiliary grenade launcher for my hand cannon pistol?
Say anything about what it can and can't fit to?
It says any solid projectile, so yeah, I technically could.
Didn't you? So,
I don't know if I should do that.
negative 20.
Can I requisition a custom grip for my chainsword and a pistol grip for my las pistol?
Yeah, hang on just 1 second, though.
Sorry.
Teeps, it says any las, solid projectile, or bolt weapons of the basic class. A bolt pistol is a pistol, not a basic weapon.
No, I said hand cannon.
Oh, hand cannon. And it is basic? I don't even see it on my sheet.
I think I'd have to go look. Not on the page anymore.
Oh, hand cannon. Hand cannon's pistol, not basic.
Yeah, okay.
Alright, what did you want, Douglas?
I wanted to get a custom grip for my chainsword and a pistol grip for my las pistol.
Sure, so custom grip is going to be rare, so negative 20.
Okay. I have to roll a 3.
And then you said a pistol grip?
Yep.
That's also rare, so negative 20.
Alright. Alright, I guess I'm done. I guess I got... You guys should try to get some grenades too, but... I mean... That's up
page
to
are
you
those on?
fellows.
I'm guessing since he failed at the custom grip thing, nobody else can roll for it.
Correct.
Wow, there's a lot of grenade types. Holy shit.
Range is strength bonus times 3 for all grenades. It doesn't say damage, it just says special. Oh, it does for the frag. 2d10. X. I don't know what that X means.
Where are you looking?
I'm looking at the frag grenade.
Frag grenade. And that's explosive, so if you get a critical hit, it's on the explosive chart.
Okay.
Could I roll for stun grenades?
Yeah, go roll with a plus 20. Yeah, you're not able to find any stun grenades, you don't carry them.
What about frags?
Sure, plus 1 again. 3. You get your hands on 3 frag grenades.
Okay, cool.
Alright, I think I'm all set. Can I make 2 rolls for weapon modifications and then 1 for an ammo type?
Sure. What are your mods?
What's up?
What are your mods that you're looking for?
The Vox operated mod, which is rare, and sorry, I just backed out of the page.
Well, let's go ahead and roll Vox.
Sorry.
Negative 20 for Vox. Okay. And what is the other one?
I forgot the name of it, but I know the rarity was rare. I just gotta find it. I have to get back to the page.
Now it's going to suck if you guys start losing your weapons.
Why is
I
that?
didn't mod it.
If you have mods on them and stuff. And
None of us have actually modded a weapon yet.
Yeah, what page was the weapon mod thingy on?
164 for me, so 165 I think for you.
Okay.
None of you guys have gotten a single thing? Thought somebody succeeded on something.
I got a helmet.
I kind of want to roll for that other type of shotgun. I don't know if that's better, though. Let me try to find it.
I might try to get a better las pistol. Can I, like,
Yeah.
trade in my las pistol for a slightly higher quality one?
No, I think you have to trade in.
Something.
I think you get bonuses if you trade in a higher quality weapon for a lower quality one of like a different type.
Oh, okay.
Oh. I was going after the targeter, which is rare.
Okay, so a negative 20.
I don't think we're getting any mods here, guys.
Holy shit.
Alright.
Nice, you did it.
Alright, so you gain a targeter.
Oh.
Could I try to requisition a combat shotgun?
Sure.
It's at scarce.
Scarce. So negative 10.
Oh, baby, I need a new shotgun. Come on.
Yep.
I'm not getting it.
Nope, they do not have them here.
Can I try for a... Is scarce worse than rare, or...
Rare is worse than scarce. Or rare is harder to get than scarce.
Okay, can I carry this if I got it? Barely. I guess I'm gonna try to requisition a flamer.
Okay. So negative 10.
I was thinking about that.
I'm not gonna get it, but... You know. Okay, no flamers. See, we need to get Rebel to requisition everything for us. Can I try for a hot shot las pistol?
I would, but his pets are requisitioning food right now, so...
Sure, that's a negative 20.
There's almost no way. Yeah. Damn it. Okay, I guess I'm done requisitioning stuff. There's nothing else I can think of. Actually, I'm gonna requisition some glow sticks.
Alright, plus 20. Alright, you're able to find 3 glow sticks. Looking around. So, now I'm gonna stop you, Oh, actually, Teeps, you said before there was one type of ammo you wanted to get.
Yeah, I was just checking to make sure that it works with my gun. Give me 1 second.
Okay, so since you already said that, after Teeps tries to requisition that ammo, a guardsman comes and finds you guys and tells you that as soon as your transport arrives, the Admiral would like you all to leave.
I thought as much. We're just, taking ammunition and...
Well, trying and failing. Alright, I'm gonna request some data rounds.
Okay, and what's their rarity?
They are rare.
Rare. Okay, so negative 20.
We still keep asking for shit.
Well, that was the one before. That I just wanted to...
Oh.
Alright, so yeah, you're unable to find that.
Alright, so we're gonna get ready to leave, I guess. I guess the only lead we have left is this Titus guy.
Yeah, the me
So-
guy.
No, not you. Sorry, the other guy. The Quinton fellow. We're gonna have to go to, planet's name Kalto, I think?
Is that literally all we have to
I
go
think
on
that's
right
all we have to go on right now. The Xeno is dead. We don't really have a lead on, where the Churgeon went, unless, the people on this
Unless he died.
station hid him away, which we didn't really investigate at all. So, it could be a case of Imperial corruption. They can't ask us to leave, can they? Like, we can just say no and stay?
You could certainly... I mean, you could certainly refuse to leave. But he can still ask you to go.
Should we stay and do a little bit of investigating now that we've stolen a bunch of supplies?
Yeah, I'll probably try to look around here.
And just because you, you can certainly... I'm sure there's certainly people you can piss off and stick around. It just means they may not be too useful to you in the future.
Okay. Well, let's stick around, I guess.
You
Just
still have
wanna-
a couple days until your shuttle arrives, though.
The one that's taking us away from the station?
Yeah, the one that'll be taking you back to Juno.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I guess we'll spend the next few days... Or, I'm gonna search for talk to some guardsmen, get to know some people, hand out some low sticks.
I'm gonna go with Dell on that.
Get some
What did I
information.
miss?
A lot of requisition. You
A
can
lot of-
see
yep.
the roles.
Yeah.
Does anyone have
I got a helmet.
Does any of the guardsmen know any rumors or have heard anything?
You also got a targeter, Teeps.
Yeah.
So go ahead and give me a... Which one is it? Is it Inquiry, I think? Basically just be asking around about stuff. I think it's Inquiry. I think that's the one that...
All right, I'm gonna do it with
Ooh, all
perception.
system.
All right, so that's a plus 10.
Yep.
Since I'm
And-
with him... Sorry,
okay,
if you want to
go
talk
ahead.
first.
No, go ahead. Since
All
you're
right.
with him.
I have an ability called Clues from the Crowd, which allows, it says once per day, I can re-roll a test made to gather information from a group of people. Can I use that right now, or should I have been the one assisting in order to activate this ability?
I think you would have to be the one doing it rather than assisting him.
Okay.
You would have to be the one inquiring about stuff. But to begin, though, Del, at this point, most
The
people have
guardsmen
been
don't want
told
to talk to me.
to stay away from you guys and don't really have much interest in interacting, and you're not able to figure out much.
Right.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to break off from them and, walk around the ship, see if there's anything strange about it. Maybe look for places that they might have stowed away the captive or something. The chirurgeon.
Okay.
Do they want us to leave? That's that a thing?
Yeah, they want us to leave because we were, big twats.
Requisitioning a bunch of stuff.
Is just running around the ship telling everybody to give them stuff. Alright, so give me your scrutiny, Titus. Actually,
Anybody assist?
give me your scrutiny with a -10. Since the crew at this point is not being that helpful.
Should I do perception or fellowship?
Whatever gives you the highest
Well,
bonus.
you're mostly just looking around, right?
Yeah.
So it'd be perception.
Okay. That'd be -10?
Yeah.
So it's dependent on the task, which one you want to use.
Exactly.
Okay.
If you're punching a dude for interrogation, that's obviously going to be different than if you're trying to coerce him into giving stuff to you. So you search around through most of the cargo bays, but you start finding it difficult to gain access to more and more places, and can't really find. You can't find any signs of anyone stowed away or anything. The the station seems to be pretty disciplined.
Could I go to the captain and ask him for more access around the ship?
Go to the admiral.
Yeah.
It is a station, by the way, not a ship. But yeah, can we take like a 5-minute break? I gotta feed my dog and do stuff like that. So
Alright.
sure. Yeah, then we can pick back up.
I think asking the Admiral's gonna get us into shit.
Well, what is he gonna do? Kick us off?
He might shoot you in the face.
Shoot me in the face? Come on.
Maybe
that
he's a
face is good.
cultist. Alright, I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'll be right back too.
I've got to say though, I think this is how I'm going to start doing sessions. This is way fucking easier than planning it all out.
Huh?
Is every single person AFK?
I'm here. Can we visit a Forge World?
Never.
Just
Right.
so I can go to the place where all the cybernetics are and just take everything.
I think they're still going to be difficult to requisition. They're just going to actually be there.
Yeah. I'm pretty pumped about my slightly upgraded pistol.
Now you definitely don't want to lose it.
Yeah, well now I may be able to actually hit somebody with it.
What does the targeter do exactly?
Lore-wise, it works very well with my character, because it talks about the gun's machine spear and all that crap. Alright, so if there is a penalty to the ballistic skill test when using a weapon with a targeter, it's reduced by 10. So, minus 30s become minus 20s, minus 20s become minus 10s, minus 10s become zeros.
Right. I'm trying to think what any of the penalties are.
Like being blinded in combat, that type of stuff.
Okay, I guess it makes sense.
Like firing, like blind firing around a corner.
Yeah.
Holding your pistol in one hand, I think has an effect on it, but I'm not entirely certain.
Right.
That type of stuff.
Okay. I'll be right back.
I've returned.
Welcome.
Hello.
So, what do you guys think is going on? Because I'm at a loss for fucking thoughts. Also, I'm eating pizza from a place called Stromboli's. It's terrible.
Well, I told you they were experimenting.
I have no clue what's going on.
Stromboli's! You know, the bad guy from Pinocchio.
Anyone else at their max carry weight? I am.
I forgot how to
I was
compute carry
close.
weight.
Oh. You should have your max, and then everything else it tells you the weight next to it, and like when you look it up in the book.
Yeah, I totally forgot what my max is.
It's your strength bonus plus your toughness bonus, and then there's a chart.
Do you know what page the chart's on?
Give me a second.
Alright, I'm back.
Yeah.
You guys ready to be executed for treason?
Mm-hmm.
Have it there? Where's he gone, so?
He went bye-bye.
What? Carrying capacities on page 248.
Yep, I got it. Thank you.
Alright, I'm back. Is everyone else here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Douglas is.
Mmm.
Alright. Good. Okay, so when we went on break, you were saying you were going to do something, Q. What was it?
I was going to go talk to the Admiral and ask him if I could have more access to the ship for official inquisitorial investigation.
Okay, that's right. You had bad ideas. Okay, so Uh, sure. You just want to ask him, basically?
Yeah.
He tells you flat out no. That you guys are being fairly disruptive to the crew.
We're just asking for supplies to restock, sir. We were just down on the feral planet. We've been investigating a case for quite some time at this point. Want to make sure we were well equipped for any future situations that arise.
He tells you that's fine, but that you don't need to investigate here. That the station is well run, and you have no purpose investigating.
We'll be the judge of that.
Are you here with me, Silas?
I say in my computer brain.
Well, even so, we would still like to take up a small glance at this place. To clear the ship's station. You have nothing to fear from the Inquisition if what you're saying is true, Admiral.
I guess to be an intimidate willpower. Give me
Okay.
that minus 20.
Fuck. I accidentally clicked the wrong thing. Okay, here we go. Can I re-roll that?
You have that thing that allows you to reroll, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and reroll.
Shit.
Got even worse. Just out of curiosity, on your reroll thing, does it say you must take the second roll?
Let me check real quick.
Well, that reminds me. I want to go talk to the head chirurgeon and tell him about the shit with the plants and the poison.
It doesn't
Okay.
say anything like that, but usually in the rule books I've noticed that it's, you gotta take the second chance if you reroll, so...
Right. Okay, that sounds reasonable. Though it doesn't matter here, I'm just for future purposes. The Admiral tells you again, no. And if you keep pestering the crew, he will confine you to quarters until your transport comes.
Under what authority would you do that?
Under his authority as the governor of the planet.
We're working for the Inquisition.
God damn it, you! Just shut your fucking mouth!
Hey, he needs to learn his place, Douglas.
Alright, Davros, so the chirurgeons tell you that they are aware that many of the plants are poisonous on the planet, and will accept any medicine you give them, but
Well, I'm not giving them any.
you're just
I'm
telling them what the
I
plants...
didn't. I'm not telling them that I made any
Okay.
medicine. I'm just telling them what it is and how to cure it.
The mines were okay. They accept your knowledge. No problem there.
Contributing to the hive mind. Good job.
Do they have any tech priests on the ship?
No.
Thing? No? Okay, never mind.
I think you'd want to find like a tank division or something to find tech priests, probably. Do you want to do anything else with the Admiral there, Titus?
I don't know what else I could ask, to be honest.
Right.
Are there any, like, are our quarters public, or are they private?
They're private.
Alright, while everyone is away, I am going to be eating human flesh.
You know, to add a corruption to yourself.
Do we all eat together every day?
No, I don't eat with you guys, because I'm eating human flesh!
No, I
Before
mean
you start
before
eating
that.
flesh, yeah.
Alright, and I'll take away my fatigue.
Would we smell like rotting flesh coming from
No,
his...
it's in my ration packs. Shut
Yeah,
up.
but you'd
I would
think
say that you would
eventually-
no more smell it than he would smell your rations normally, so no. It'd be. I'm okay. When I'm imagining rations here, I'm imagining like an MRE, basically. Like a sealed pack.
Ah, but he opened it.
I assume he in some way resealed them.
Well, thank you, Kremet.
Like if you put like a hand in a bag, like an old chip bag, and roll it back up, and put a little clamp on the top of it, you're probably not going to smell much coming from it.
Unless it's rotting human flesh, right?
Look, shut up.
Right.
It's not rotting yet. It's in an MRE bag.
I will actually say this though. I would say that that stuff you're gathering won't last anywhere near as long as rations, though. So you need to get new flesh relatively regularly.
Oh God,
Because
I'm gonna die.
It doesn't say rotting flesh; it says flesh.
Can I take like bites out of people during combat and use that?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Okay.
Look, you knew upon choosing a psyker.
I didn't know I was gonna become a cannibal for just doing some normal psychic shit.
It wasn't even a possibility. It was likely that bad shit was gonna
I looked at the tables. I didn't realize there was a third table. I don't know how many tables there are for shit getting fucked up for me. Okay,
I would say
well,
eventually you could lose certain things too. Like it could go away.
okay.
But currently, this is the thing that ails you. Yeah. So before the next few days just kind of go by and your transport comes, does anybody want to do anything specific here? Or
Go
they
attack
basically
the admiral.
I'm just gonna wait.
okay?
Is there anything else on the ship? Like, you had the admiral, and then you had, like, things you could requisition and restock. And
Well, I
They're
think
just like a
Titus,
restocking was just
I think we
one
should just
one.
leave it alone at this point. We might have to come back here someday.
No. I mean, it's not. It's basically what you would imagine would be on a. It's not a ship either. It's a space station, but
Right.
a very very large one. It's things you would imagine the military would have. That's what's
Okay.
here.
I'd like to go see if there's any tanks. That's a joke.
There's some transport aircraft.
Can I requisition the station? Huh?
Sure, you'd have to go to the admiral. Try and get him.
he's not very happy with us.
Persuade him to give up his job and give it to me.
So let's see. He doesn't like you. I would say at this point down to a negative 30, and already requisitioning a station's hard. So let's just go ahead and do a negative 6 to that. So go ahead and do it with a negative 90.
Nah, you mean negative 80. Alright.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll pass.
Who knows? You could roll a 1. I would say you basically have to kill the admiral, though. But you may also, you're gonna, if you were to requisition a station, I think you would fuck shit up more than just the admiral because clearly he's under someone. But yeah. All right. So
I'm guessing that someone isn't on this station.
that's probably true. You would almost certainly piss off your inquisitor. That's probably who you would make unhappy.
Yeah.
So as the next 3 days go by, you're able to get rations regularly without having to, find any
I'm not
more.
going to eat for 3 days.
All right, so deduct. Well, I mean, you ate that day, so deduct, I guess, 2 more fatigue, or add 2 more fatigue, whichever it is.
Okay.
Eventually, you guys are transported back down to the planet with the guard switch, and upon arriving at the planet, you are, brought on board your transport. Yeah, your transport that had brought you there originally.
Okay, so what was the planet that the guy was from? Do you remember this, Silas?
Which guy?
The one who delivered the Tyrannid to the place.
No, I don't think I ever looked at which planet he was from.
It's like Kulath or something, right?
Maybe.
Calto?
Calto, yeah. That's the planet, right, Kremet? Right, Kremet?
Calto is an agri-world, yes.
Alright,
Terry
well,
Quinn is from
I'm gonna ask the captain of that ship to
Carl-
take us to
Carl
Calto, or to, ask him how we can get to Calto.
One thing I will say real quick: the guy was not the dude who delivered; it was the guy who put in the order to be delivered to the penal station.
Whatever, either way, who
Yeah.
cares? The other guy's just missing.
So the pilot transport or the captain of the transport tells you that would be another 3 days completely out of the way. He will take you back to Juneau, but you'll have to get a new transport to take you to Calto.
Okay.
You know what?
What?
I don't know, I just wanted to say that.
Oh, were you
Chicken
gonna
butt.
try to tell the guy to be like, "Ah, fuck you, bring us there"?
I was making it. Do you know what?
All right, I guess we'll go to Juneau, and then Davros can try to get us some transport to Calto.
All right. So let's see. So as you guys head back, it's a 3-day trek. You're able to get free rations, so you don't have to duck from your own. Dell, at this point, you're capable of eating what you have, but by the time you arrive at Juneau, most of your stuff is rotting and going bad at this point.
Okay, well, I'm gonna eat one right before we get to Juneau, like before it goes bad.
Okay.
Are we in private quarters?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, you all like share quarters, like the one room.
I'm just gonna do it at some point when I'm alone. Like, I'll go for a walk and, like, snack out of my pocket or something.
I'll come with you, Dell.
No, that's okay. I need time to be alone. Psycher.
I'll come
Totally.
with
There's psychic stuff I need to think about.
I'm gonna turn this meat into jerky so that it lasts longer.
Alright, so I'm gonna eat that. Is that okay, Kremet?
Yeah, that's fine.
Alright. And I'll get rid of all of my human flesh rations.
My question though is, Titus, do you actually
Go everywhere with him? Like, do you follow Dell everywhere?
Well, I think I'll probably go with him most of the time, and when he sneaks off and I notice him sneaking off, I'll keep an eye on him.
I'm just going for a walk by myself. I need to think
You never
about
went for a
psyker
walk
stuff.
Before.
That's because you barely know me. We've been most of the time.
You don't know
I went for walks in the cargo
Just
place.
for Did you?
Yes, I did, because that's the first time I went to eat the human flesh.
I'm going to make this point real quick, just outside of the game. Titus is I do know this. Titus is following you around and whatnot is not based on your he's not using meta knowledge to do this.
I'm not saying that he is,
Just making sure that it's clear.
but yeah, I'm going for a walk and I want to be by myself. I got psychic stuff to think about.
What would that be?
Look, I can't tell you the horrors
We're
of
all
the
a group
warp.
here, Del.
You can't understand.
You'd understand.
You're not a psyker.
If you
So we're
had
back
been
on Juneau,
affected
right?
by the mine shit.
Yeah.
I was affected by Vine shit.
The vine shit, it's the psychic shit. I gotta deal with it. I gotta go for a walk by myself to think about things, okay?
You saw how shocked he was.
Yeah, I was all spooked of you guys. I thought you guys were 3 times bigger than you were. It was scary. Are you gonna let me go for my walk by myself, Titus?
Why are you making such a big deal out of this, Del? That's the question.
Cause you're making a big deal about this. I was just gonna go for a walk, and then you're like, why you gotta go for a walk? What are we playing 50 questions for?
While they're arguing, can I just walk away?
Yeah, just kind
Yeah.
of fuck this.
Well, I
chill.
want to go find.
Yeah,
a computer terminal.
I'm leaving too. I'm just going, and I'm eating my human flesh as I go. Out of my
Like,
pocket.
in front of us?
No, out of my pocket. Pocket. Like once I'm out of sight, and I'll add another corruption point.
What's your corruption points up to, by the way?
2.
Okay.
It's every 10 something happens, right?
I think so.
You've been
God,
eating a lot, though.
I'm gonna get that fucking disease that you get when you eat human flesh. Mange, I think it's called.
Alright, well, I guess
Mange
since
is
he's
the
making
thing
a
that
big
dogs
deal out
get
of
that
it,
causes them to lose hair.
Oh, whatever. Yeah, I'll get mange. What disease do you get from eating human flesh? Wow, that was the first search option.
Mine's
Back
in-
Kuru.
Titus, can I get a perception from you?
Sure. Just a flat perception?
Yeah.
What about awareness?
Actually, you know what? Never mind. Give me a perception of the -10.
Jeez. I'm
So
utterly
you don't even,
convinced by him.
though you're still watching, Del, you don't notice anything peculiar.
You have not now, nor will ever, notice that I'm eating humans.
Alright, I'm gonna go find a place to rest and get rid of the rest of my wounds. Could I do that?
Yeah, and one comment. I'm not necessarily talking about the flesh. I'm talking about just anything, peculiar whatsoever.
Huh?
Based on, I'm talking about you're not noticing anything at all peculiar about him.
Okay.
Not just the eating, of course. All right. So, anybody else, Rebel? You started saying something, but then stopped partway through. Were you going to do something?
I don't think so.
All right. So after this,
I wanted to go find a computer. Terminal.
find a computer. Okay. Yeah, they're all over the ship.
Okay.
Oh, is this the same station that we were on earlier with that prisoner that we shot?
No, this is the ship.
Yeah, this is the ship, but yes, this is the one.
Jeez, you
Prisoner.
Q gets stations confused with ships and
Come
ships
on.
confused with
It's like movies and
stations.
shows. I biffed that up too.
Yeah, this is the ship on which Del shot the guy in the face.
And dragged, or airlocked that person,
Yes.
quote unquote,
Yes,
by himself, alone.
this is correct.
Alright.
Correct. What were you doing, Silas, with computers?
Well, since Dell had mentioned something about gene stealer cults, I just wanted to search a database to see if there's any subversive groups in this sector.
You can't find anything about that on the ship's computer. It's closed system. It's just stuff pertaining to the ship.
So they don't have access to an Imperial database.
No, not from here. You'd have to wait till you
Oh.
got back to a plane.
Aww.
So they don't have access to the Universal Wide Web.
Ah,
Can I check Google? Alright, moving on.
Google is long dead.
Alright, we have Skynet.
In fact, it's a long dead religion. So to talk about it is heresy.
What about InquisitorSearch.com?
Shut up.
AskTheInquisitor.com.
Yeah, that site is equally as terrible as Ask Jeeves was. So doesn't get you much. Or like the search engine at your local library.
It's not the only search engine people use.
Yeah. No, it's Yahoo again.
Which is powered by Bing.
Well, it used to be.
Oh, yeah. True.
Bing is owned by. This is stupid. You're unable to find any of that information. So.
God, I think my headset is getting quieter and quieter.
So, as you guys arrive back at the planet and you depart the ship, waiting for you, as soon as you depart the ship, is a relatively tall man, thrown in red robes, and he asks you immediately as you get off the ship, "What did you find?"
I asked to see some identification.
He immediately introduces himself as Octavius Parthius Wolf, and asks you again, "What did
this
you
is
find?"
our Inquisitor.
Okay.
Okay, respect, guys. Respect. I tell him exactly what we found. I tell him about, the penal station, how everyone was fused to the walls. I tell him about how we went down to the planet and we found the corpse of a Xenos Tyranid and we, firebombed it. I tell him about the shuttle and all the bodies and how we killed the whatever you would call those guys, pirates, whatever, and scuttled the ship and destroyed the Xenos corpses, and how we have a lead to some suspicious activity that we are following to Calto.
Yeah, there's a chirurgeon that also got away. That I
Yeah,
think we
we're
lost,
we're not sure where he is. I suspect that he might be dead, killed by the Tyranid.
So as you say all this, he just kind of stares at you blankly, Del, for a minute, and then looks over at Titus and says, "Is this true?"
This is true, sir.
And then he asks you, "Did you have any issues with him?" And looks back at Del.
Well, I didn't find anything out, right? Like my perception
Correct.
check failed, so
Yeah.
I'll tell him no issues so far.
He tells you that there is known cultist activity on Calto. Very likely, and as he's doing this, he's talking directly to you, Titus. Very likely linked with this band who's been selling parts. Then, again, looking at you, Titus, he says, "Your orders still stand," and then kind of looks over everyone and says, "Deal with this," and turns around and walks away.
Well,
I thought one of us was gonna die.
now I know not to do anything suspicious in front of Titus ever. He's got orders to off the psyker if he does anything crazy.
Right.
So DeCalto then.
So, just like at the beginning of this session, I have absolutely nothing planned. So my question is, do you guys want to end the session here in a nice, easy place, or do you guys want to go ahead and continue and just keep going?
I can keep going.
Yeah, I can keep going.
Restart then. Okay.
Just make it up.
That's
Who
good.
cares?
That's what this whole session's been. So I think I'm just gonna do this from now on. It's just easier, and
It's fun for everybody.
Alright, so I guess Titus is in charge. I look over at him suspiciously.
Hey, who said that?
Mr. Inquisitorial,
Is there a computer terminal
big honcho.
in this
sure.
area?
You can find a computer terminal here to access.
Okay, so then can I check the inner tubes of the World Wide Webs again to see known cultist activity on Calto?
Known cultist activity. None.
Give me a tech use.
Okay.
Give me a tech use plus 20.
All right, I also get plus 10 for my little dude.
Okay. So plus 30 then.
Yeah, like, where are we right now? Are we in, like...
Oh, I find out everything.
Yeah, you're on Juno.
yeah,
you
but
are
where on Juno? Because
I
the
assume a
Inquisitor was
spaceport.
right there, so are we, like, in an Inquisitorial area?
You're in like an Imperial station, an Imperial port, so as it would be. On
Okay.
Juno, very, very populated, very much teeming with activity. So you you
Give
find
me all the
out
secrets.
you find out that there is a known cult on Calto that has been it consists of many ex-Imperial chirurgeons, and that they do experimentation on people. They do sacrifices, things of that nature.
Oh, man.
Can I pull up any names, like known associates?
I want to be looking over his shoulder as he's looking this stuff up.
Sure. And you
Oh, you'd have a field day. You'd be eating everybody in this station.
hang on one second.
Because this guy might have brought the Tyranid back to life
Perhaps.
and used it to escape. But where would he have gone?
Myros Kappa. That's a planet.
You find that one of the cult leaders has, at some point in the last couple years, disappeared. He was a cult leader by the name of Tor Brawl. And that roughly a year ago, a quite conspicuous Torbrawl, a quite conspicuous chirurgeon, Imperial chirurgeon, has surfaced named Tyrus Zareth, and that there are suspicions that they are one and the same.
I recognize that name, Tyrus Zareth.
He's the Trojan that was on the ship.
Yeah,
that was
he was
on
the
the-
Trojan on the station.
So he's probably still alive.
Tyrus Zareth.
I spelled Zareth wrong the first time. That's how it's spelled.
Alright, well, I think we probably don't want to piss off our inquisitorial overlord. Davris, you're probably the best person to get us a ride to Calto, right?
Well, let's see what's going around on Juno. Maybe we can do
No, we gotta go do this. Titus, come on, you might be ordered to kill me if I do anything, but come on.
Where is the Inquisitor right now? Is he just like heading back to his palace
yeah.
thing?
Yeah,
Okay.
basically. Back to the government headquarters.
He's just crouched behind a bush watching us. What are they gonna do next?
He's not
Did I-
like Gollum. Alright, is it possible for me to send a message to him?
Yes, I would say you can send sort of an email.
Okay, so I'm going to encrypt the hell out of this email.
Inquisitor
And-
messenger.
Yes. Yeah, I am. Yep, literally. So I'm just gonna send him a message asking him to talk about, or at least just give me any information on Tor Brawl, or whatever this guy's name is. If he's heard of the name. And if there is any other connections that he knows about to Tyrus Zareth, the rogue Chirurgeon from the station.
Okay. Clearly, you just send a message. The response is not immediate.
Okay.
Alright. What you guys, I think we should go to Calto. What do you fellows think?
I tell
Well,
the
I'd
party
like
all
to-
the information I learned so we can go to Calto.
Well, first I would like to try to requisition a combat shotgun, if...
I don't know if we should be requisitioning stuff, but we don't want people to know that we're going to... Like, we're actually going to a place where there isn't a jungle that's going to kill us, so maybe
Well-
we want to keep on the down low.
And it's a known terrorist place.
And
Yeah.
I will say, you are currently on Juno, the capital of the sector, but you aren't not, even though you're in an Imperial port, you are not known to be acolytes.
Alright, let's just do a whole bunch of requisitioning.
Yep,
wanna-
yep.
just
Can
wanna
I
do
go
that one
to
shotgun
the place where all the
I
tactics are?
think we need to keep it down a little bit, though, seriously, guys.
I
Yeah,
do
I
agree
agree.
with you, Del.
Silas, what did you say? I didn't hear you.
Nothing. Unless it leads to mechadendrites that I can actually get.
Oh, that would be requisitioning that you're going to have to do here.
Could I do one requisition for the combat shotgun?
Do like one. Let's just not go crazy. Everybody gets one.
All right, so my question, though, then is, what exactly are you doing to get this shotgun?
Me?
Yeah.
He's
Well,
getting on
there's
his
gotta
hands
be
and
an
knees.
Arbites place around here, right?
Probably. Yeah. Being
All
the
right.
capital, I'm sure there are
I guess I'll
offices.
go over there, let them know that my name is Titus Cordo.
Oh, get some manacles while you're out there.
Yeah.
Go ahead and flash a badge, maybe.
Yeah, there we go. Hey, this is my name. Look at that.
Okay, so I will say that for you, manacles and collars are ubiquitous, so you can just go ahead and get as many as you need.
Alright, cool. Combat shotgun's gonna be a different story, I assume.
But just for my own knowledge, though, how many of each are you taking?
I'll take 2 manacles. And you said there's something else, right?
Collars?
I don't know if we'll need those.
Right. As far as a combat shotgun goes, what is the rarity of it?
Scarce.
Scarce. Yeah, go ahead and give me a -10 requisition roll.
Damn it!
Damn it.
Okay, so you have failed to requisition it. Additionally, with 2 degrees of failure. Additionally, people are starting to question why you're needing it. For just regular issue weapons.
Are they asking me,
Uh,
like, right now?
Yeah, the question has been, posed to you. Why would you need this? But additionally, you can tell they're starting to talk amongst themselves, the people whom you're asking for this weapon.
All right, I'll get out of there then.
Does anybody else have anything they'd like to do here?
Is there a place that I can requisition cybernetics?
Yes, there's almost certainly at least a small Mechanicus cult here.
I would like to definitely venture over there. And
That will almost certainly take a few days to have installed.
Hmm.
The
I
cybernetics.
think you should probably wait. I don't think we need to go all out on the gear right now.
All right, then can
And
I just
I'm
get
pretty
a
sure
weapon
our
upgrade?
Inquisitor will give us
Set.
something eventually.
Like, can't he have one of us install it? Is that a thing?
Could Rebel install it? Yeah.
I'm going to try to.
It depends on what it is. If it's like something that like changes like my
Kremit.
heart or something, then yeah. But if it's like putting real machinery on me, then no.
Kremit, can I try to get some tranquilizers?
Tranquilizers. Where? Have you found them already in gear? Like what's?
No, I don't even know if they are in gear.
I'm not sure what they would be. Maybe under drugs or something. You have to find them and then let me know so we can go off that.
Okay. Alright, I'll start looking then.
Probably under drugs, I would guess. Some type of drug that would give that, effect. But sure.
Drugs.
And was anyone else doing anything here now?
Yeah, can I request a a weapon upgrade?
Sure. So you're going to go around looking for weapon upgrades, basically.
Yeah, if there's a place like a military outpost or something I can get it from, then yeah.
All right. What is your upgrade that you're looking for?
Quick release, it's rare.
All right. So -20 then to it. Okay. You fail to requisition it. That is
Okay.
all.
I'm going to get. I'm going to try to Inquisition a concealed holster.
Inquisition.
I'm requisition a concealed holster. It's got an. It's got a. It's average.
Average. All right. That is a +0.
All right.
Okay, so you requisition it. And then as you are able to find one, though, from a person willing to give one up to you, a guardsman, he asks you if you're part of that group that's going around looking for gear.
No, I didn't know there was a group of going around looking for gear. Do you know the names of any of these people? That's weird that people would be looking for gear.
He tells you no, and just that he's just heard a lot of people walking around looking for stuff.
Okay. Well, I'm going to try to find the others and tell them that we got to stop.
Oh, one last thing. There's there's a backpack apparently.
Okay. For storing stuff. There's also a vest that allows you to store stuff, by the way.
Yeah, could I get a backpack? It's abundant apparently.
Yeah, +30.
All right. What the fuck, man?
All right. So you aren't able to find anyone who's giving you one, but you're also starting to be posed with a lot of questions as you're asking around.
Why do you want a backpack?
So I can carry
Fucking
stuff.
weirdo.
Alright, I'm going to gather everyone I can and say we got to go. People are
Wait,
getting
what am I
suspicious. We're looking like doobs. And Davris, get us some transport to Calto, please.
I'm gonna go look for a way to get to Kelto. I guess.
Yeah. So you easily find a lunar class heavy cruiser called the Agrippa that will be heading to Calto very soon, within hours, and is
Okay.
willing to take you all.
Alright, let's get on board, boys.
So as soon as you go on board the ship, you're intercepted by guardsmen who tell you that the captain would like a word with you and asks you to follow him to the captain's quarters if you agree.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah, sure.
I ask him, what's this about?
He does not know.
Has to see some identification.
He's merely following orders. He is
Well, for going
clearly a
on the
guardsman.
ship.
I mean,
Just a basic guardsman.
Just a guardsman.
I ask him for his badge number.
Don't sovereign citizen him. let's just go.
And you're arrested. So upon entering the captain's cabin, he immediately greets you and asks you flat out, "Are you part of the Inquisition?"
I say that I'm a member of the tech priest cult, the Jiggy Thinger of Mars, and then I walk away.
You immediately leave the cabin. He looks to the rest of you.
We'll tell him that we're currently investigating a case, and
Yeah, we're just assisting the Arbites on Calto. Just tell him that. That's what I say.
So as soon as you say that, he says, "So then you are part of the Inquisition." And he says, "I assume you work for the Inquisitor in this sector."
what's with these questions?
Yeah, these are questions these are answers you don't need to know about.
He says, "That's all right.
Y'all
And
should
then
have
you-
left, just like me.
Had you definitely been Inquisitors, he would be willing to grant you access to a vehicle upon your arrival."
Do any of us know how to combat? Drive a vehicle?
No, I don't know how.
I actually do.
Why would you be willing to offer us a vehicle?
To aid the Inquisition.
Why are you holding back on us? Why don't you give us a vehicle anyway?
Where are you from? Where is he from? I'm gonna ask him that. Where is he from?
He tells you that he is from Juno.
Okay, I look at Titus and Davros, and I say, we are Inquisition. We'll accept your aid.
And he is very clearly, well decorated. He is the captain of a very large, heavy cruiser.
Okay.
A very powerful combat ship. And he tells you that as soon as you arrive, a Chimera will be placed at your disposal.
Oh, nice. Like, is that a tank?
It's an armored transport.
Oh, okay.
It is
Jeez.
armed with weapons like heavy stubber, flamers, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it is just a transport.
Okay.
And he tells you that they will arrive in about a day.
All right. I thank him for assisting the Inquisition, I guess. How many crew are there on this ship?
Around 5,000.
Okay, so it wouldn't be too big of a deal if someone went missing, would it?
He says that it would be noticed.
No, I'm not asking him. I'm asking you.
Oh, I
Yeah.
know it would be noticed, clearly, but I don't know that it would be... It probably investigated to some degree, but people die. It happens. People die in
Alright.
accidents.
I'm gonna be skulking around the ship for a day, just walking around, watching for
God.
people who are vulnerable, making sure nobody, Titus or nobody sees me while I'm doing so.
I didn't at all connect why you were asking that question until just now.
Well, I'll be checking in on them every once in a while to show some normality, coming and saying hi. But yeah, for the day that we're going, I'll be,
It's got to be suspicious that it keeps
skulking
leaving,
around.
right?
And you are told, though, by the captain, that though he does know that you are part of the Inquisition, it is very likely the crew is not.
Okay.
Put it out there.
Can you give us, access badges then? Full access to the ship?
We don't need full access.
We could have it. That would be good.
Yeah, give us full access badges. That'll make it easier for me to murder someone.
Hey, I don't know that.
He tells you that he'll give you full access to the ship and that he has no problem doing so, but it will certainly raise eyebrows if you're entering restricted or more restricted areas.
Well, I was just thinking, since, Silas, he's going to be piloting whatever the hell it was, the Chimera?
Yes.
Maybe
you
he
might
could
want to
get,
take a look at it first.
Maybe he could go get acquainted.
Yes, please let me do.
Meld with
Love
the machine
machines.
spirit.
You can all absolutely go to the to like the cargo bay and the and you know where all the vehicles are stored, the garage, and see it all. Like that is not restricted whatsoever. You're more than welcome to go there.
Well, I'll say thank you to the Admiral for being cooperative. How many days will it take to get to Caldo?
He said it's going to take 1 day.
1 day.
The ship is faster than the ship you had previously traveled on.
You guys got any questions?
No, I'm good.
Silas isn't here.
That is a chimera, by the way.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, I've seen these, and yeah, I've seen these.
Very tank-esque. All right. So, actually, I think we are going to stop here for the day. Simply because I'm giving you a chimera, I'm going to have to actually plan out a few things on the next world.
So vehicular combat.
Could be, yeah. Well, I mean, not that you guys might be fighting another vehicle, but this certainly allows you to fight hordes of people.
For on my vehicle.
But yeah, I'm gonna have to plan out some stuff a little more. Like, you know, I'm gonna need to put together some more names and whatnot.
Okay.
And put together a little more backstory. So.
Well, yeah, okay.
That was good.
That's a session. I guess I'll... Thanks for watching, people. Goodbye.
See y'all later.